It's one of the richest university football traditions in the country, the Panda game. The Carleton Ravens and Ottawa GGs meet once a year in a crosstown rivalry that has reached epic proportions. This year, Pedro the Panda turns 50. Who will hold him high? Ravens, GGs, next on CHCH. Fans making their way into TD Place Stadium in Ottawa, where the Ravens and the GGs, two of the hottest teams in the OUA, meet in the 50th Panda game. The conditions just about perfect. Partly sunny and 15 degrees, and another capacity crowd is set to rock this stadium. What a day, Panda 5-0, a game that sold out Justin Dunk in a week and is bracing to maybe be the biggest single amateur sporting event in the country this year.
It could really be an atmosphere like any other across U Sports football, something to savor, but also let's see how these athletes perform on the stage.
More than Pedro the Panda at stake today, as both the Ravens and GGs rank second and third right now in the OUA. This game could have playoff implications. Let's get to your keys to the game.
It could mean down the line that one of these teams gets a bye based off a win here today, but battle on the ground. Nathan Carter against Dawson O'Day, who comes out on top, could decide the victor. Big game kicks. Michael Domagala has made a lot of them in Panda Palooza. Michael Aruda has known that well from his experience last year, but Sawyer Bittner, his first taste.
Yes, GG's quarterback Sawyer Bittner getting to play in his very first Panda game, only his third OUA start. The crowds, the folklore, the pressure, it's going to be a big challenge for this kid.
This is my first Panda game. I'm feeling really excited about it. It's going to be a great atmosphere here. Lots of rowdy fans, so I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, in order to win today, I think executing on offense for the whole 4 quarters. We got a great defense, so let them do their thing, put up some points. Get the ball in the hands of our playmakers like Dawson O'Day, Kalen Beaver, Carter Matheson, Bryce Vieira, Dylan St. Pierre. I'm probably missing a few, but we got tons of weapons on offense, so just get the ball to them and let them do their thing.
Ravens quarterback Mike Aruda got his first taste of the Panda game last year, and he was one of the game heroes with that walk-off touchdown in double overtime. He now knows what to expect here today.
Last year was the my first time in front of 25,000 people. Obviously, I was stressed. I was expecting for the first play to get the butterflies out, but kind of lasted all game. It's hard to block the noise. But going into this year, we're feeling really confident, and hopefully, we can replicate the same thing that we did last year for sure.
So a couple of young quarterbacks, Aruda, Bittner. What do you think?
Well, let's see how they perform on this stage. I'm curious to see how Bittner deals with it for the first time.
All right, Aruda with that big arm will be tested today against that ball-hawking secondary for the GGs. Well, let's meet the third member of our crew here today. Down on the sidelines, we welcome Stephen Marchand.
Thank you, Mark. And it was actually over 50 years ago, back in 1955, that the Carleton College Ravens won the very first edition of the Panda game against their crosstown rivals. In over 50 years, and a little bit of a wait in between later, who could have predicted that it would come to a spectacle like this? A sold-out crowd here at TD Place Stadium to watch the 50th edition of the battle for the Pedro Trophy. I'll be here from the sidelines with the game for you. Back to you in the booth.
Question, Stephen, a box office matchup here today. The Ravens and the GGs in the 50th Panda game. Coming up next at TD Place Stadium. The Panda game on CHCH, brought to you by Milk to Go Sport, exclusive dairy partner, fuel to keep your body going. Wilson, the official football of the OUA. And IG Wealth Management, new look, same network of trusted professionals.
The empire that we knew is dead. We got to build a brand new one from the start.
Woo! Do I know a hit or do I know a hit? So go to bleeding now. I want spot is built with family sweat, tears, and blood.
This is supposed to be about music.
You couldn't have known.
An all-new Empire, Wednesday at 8 on CHCH.
There's a place where people become fish. To get there, take a boat to the hidden caves, to where the sea meets the sky, and enter worlds so beautiful, it'll change you. Wow, we're going.
Air Transat. Vacation is calling.
I'm Rosemary Ferroni, real estate agent, Royal LePage State Realty.
And I'm Rick Ferroni. We've been selling homes for 53 years combined. That's commitment.
Top 10 in Canada last year in units sold for Royal LePage. That says a lot. We're serious about competing for your business.
So put us to the test and put my name on the sign.
No name, no sign, no nothing.
Oh boy, I guess she hasn't seen the new billboards. Call me, not Rosemary, at 905-662-6666.
Creep your way in to Elements Casinos. Join us at Elements Casino Brantford for a £1 T-bone steak on Friday and Saturday night for the frightening low price of $14.99. Have a hair-raising good time every Thursday night during this spooktacular promotion with $30,000 in cash and prizing to be won. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, play smart.
Get your Vegas on. Elements Casino. Oh yeah.
The GGs coming out of the chute, all set for the 50th Panda game. They have owned this game historically, winning 32 and losing 17 times to these guys. But the Ravens, as they charge out onto the field, have won 4 Panda games in a row and are trying to make it 5-0 at Panda 5-0. There's referee Bill Seghetti. The coin toss at center field as the captains of the GGs and Ravens gather. Around side, Ravens Hall of Famer Harry Van Hofwegen, who was an all-Canadian defensive tackle, a JP Metras Trophy winner. So Mac Holliday giving his instructions to the official. And it looks as though the GGs have won the toss and have decided to defer to the second half.
Let's have a good game.
So the Ravens will receive as the captains shake hands under sunshine here in the nation's capital at TD Place Stadium. A capacity crowd of more than 24,000 expected. But Justin, you can see right now, 90% of that crowd is still outside the stadium trying to get in.
That's right. We can see the lineups all around the different gates here at TD Place. They let them in later than they probably should have. It will be a packed house here eventually when all 25,000 get in.
Mike Arruda wearing 18, switched his jersey from 15 to 18 a couple of games into this season. He will be the quarterback of record for the Ravens here today. There's Jamie Barisi, the PhD and head coach of the Ottawa GGs in his 6th season. He joined the GGs in 2013, the same year that his counterpart, Steve Samara, the head coach of the Carleton Ravens, began the rebirth of football at Carleton. Spent 17 years in the Atlantic Conference, 6 years as head coach at St. Mary's, led St. Mary's to a UTEC Bowl win and an appearance in the Vanier Cup, and of course 2 Vanier Cup wins as an offensive coordinator at St. Mary's. So he knows all about the big games, and it doesn't come any bigger than the Panda game here in Ottawa.
Samara has that experience on the big stage in the Vanier Cup in 2007. If Eric Glavick, his Heck Creighton Trophy winning quarterback, was playing, he probably had that on his resume as well.
Campbell Fair, the rookie kicker for Ottawa. has the ball teed up at the 45. And we're underway in the 50th Panda game. Jalen Janna at his own 10 for the Ravens across the 25. Slips his way across the 30 before he's gang tackled to give Carleton good field position on their first possession. Here are the starting quarterbacks, brought to you by Wilson.
And we'll see Mike Arruda first. The completion percentage nearing 60%. What you really like from the Ravens starter, that 10 touchdown to just 2 interception ratio. On the other side, Sawyer Bittner has taken care of the football as a first-year starter. No picks yet. We'll see how he deals with it today. Arruda, of course, the big hero in last year's Panda game.
Yes, Mike Arruda has not thrown an interception since week 1 against Western. He'll go to the flats. It's Soares. It's a hitch pass down, wide open. It's Walker. Walker's got it, and he's going to the touchdown. Dominic Walker as the Ravens open with a trick play.
Arruda fired up, and the Carleton fans are as well. Mark, what a way to start the game.
70 yards. Arruda to Soares to Cedric Walker, the receiver who joined the team this year out of Auburn University.
Arruda sets up the receiver screen. Soares has a bit of a background as a thrower. Gets it out there to Walker, and he has all kinds of open spaces to take it to the house. The Ravens in flight early in the Panda game.
Walker had made his presence felt against Waterloo earlier this season with 2 touchdown catches, including a monster like that. Arruda with that opening trick play that fooled the GGs, and that's what Panda games are all about. I mean, as far back as I can remember, each team has special plays for Panda. And you were talking to Jamie Barisi this morning, and he said he put in a few, what, today?
I was literally just thinking about that. Barisi had put in some tweaks on offense. He said about 3 of them this morning. We'll see if he comes back with some sort of trick play like that. You're not expecting a throwback receiver screen off the first snap. Really, the GGs weren't either. Great opening play call from the Ravens.
Wow. So a spectacular start to this 50th Panda game as Mike Damagala will kick off for Carleton. Caleb Beaver is back just inside his goal line. He's got 4.38 40 speed. Beaver to the near sideline, tight roping, and is driven out of bounds just across the 20-yard line, where the GGs will go on offense for the first time.
So Sawyer Bittner comes out onto the field already down 7-0 in his first Panda game. A lot for him to deal with in pertaining to the crowd, but now faces a deficit here early on. Let's see how he responds.
Sawyer Bittner, first-year OUA quarterback from Moose Jaw. His parents, Blake and Renee, have flown in to watch their son in this Panda Palooza. First down, Ottawa. Bittner will hand off to Dawson O'Day. He's got a huge hole. Now he cuts outside. O'Day across the 40 before he's finally chopped down by Guillaume Caron. A first down run for the GGs on their opening play.
And among our keys to the game was the battle of the ground, and Dawson O'Day has been so dynamic for this GGs offense. They feed him on the first snap.
Ravens are 3rd best against the run in the OUA this year, but a big hole there as they pitch it to O'Day once again. He's got another big gap outside and crosses the midfield stripe.
O'Day getting it going in the run game, but this is the group up front that is going to pave the way. Matt Bruder, the center, makes a lot of calls. Jamie Barisi has a lot of trust in him to get them in the right schemes, run game or pass game. Mark.
GG's marching with consecutive first downs at midfield. Bittner will throw for the first time. There's a flag on the play. His receiver wide open. That was Jason Lee Jones, the fullback. He was overthrown, but we do have our first penalty call of this contest as the officials congregate. And Bittner is saying it's against the Ravens. Offside Carleton. You know, both these teams are heavily penalized this year. The GGs lead the OUA with 137 penalty yards a game.
Offside, Carleton, 5 yards, still first down.
And the Ravens have taken 64 penalties in 5 games.
They're right there with each other. Need to be a little more disciplined. Jamie Barisi has said for the GGs that's been a point of emphasis all season. Got to cut out those mistakes.
So it's 1st and 5 Ottawa at the Carleton 49. Bittner going deep down the sidelines, overthrown and intercepted. John Edward picks it off for the Ravens. And the first turnover of the football game goes to Carleton.
Bittner trying to force it there into double coverage, and that's a tough customer to go against in a one-on-one situation. And Edward, anyways, the ball a little bit overthrown, and in all honesty, never should have even gone there because of the 2 defenders in on the play. And Edward making a nice over-shoulder the catch, looking like he's a receiver.
Another American comes to the fore for the Ravens. Edward from Orlando, Florida, played at Henderson State before coming to Carleton. Ravens go on the ground, and there's Nathan Carter high-stepping his way across the 30-yard line for a gain of about 6, maybe 7 on his first carry of the game. Remember, 1 year ago, he rushed for 256 yards in the Panda game.
Carter knows what to do on this big stage when he gets the rock put in his belly. Would be no surprise to see him have a very productive day on the ground.
Well, that was a gain of 9, so it's 2nd and about 1 for Carleton just across their own 30-yard line. Heavy front formation. Arruda now with that stretch handoff to Carter. He cuts upfield, and he may not have it as the GGs slam the door on 2nd and less than 1. Let's see where they spot it. This is going to be very close, and it may well be a first down based on the spot.
Carter's forward progress might have just gotten him enough to move the chains, and indeed they're going to call it a first down. The Sticks are on the move. 2 consecutive run plays from the Ravens after that first play on offense, trick touchdown.
Nathan Carter, 2nd in the OUA with 445 yards rushing. 1 game over 100 so far this year, and it is a first down. Carleton at their 32. They'll stay on the ground. Carter hit hard and drilled back. Looked like Zach Placini got in there first at the defensive end position for Ottawa to limit that gain to about 2.5.
Big physical defensive end showing he's stouted in the run game.
Ravens stay in the hurry up. Passing situation to Ruda. Has a tip and intercepted. Rashad Spooner has it for Ottawa. Oh, a costly turnover in the Ravens' end.
Ruda's first interception since week 1, and it looked like he was trying to stick a slant route in there and threw it a little bit behind his intended target across the middle. That's always dangerous when you're off target, and indeed it does get tipped there.
Like
Number
Cody
90, Cody Baranek, yep, got a hand on it. Spooner takes advantage.
Baranek ran an interception back for a touchdown last week against York on a tip ball. So now Ottawa threatening in the red zone. First down on the ground, and O'Day is hit hard by Charles Brown. Shaheem Charles Brown making first contact, and it's the first time early in this game that the Ravens have held O'Day to something less than a first down on a carry.
And that's going to be the key for the Carleton defense, is on first down when Ottawa goes to that run game, you have to be able to limit it in some way. Force Bittner to be in these passing downs on 2nd.
Big down here for Ottawa, 2nd and 8 from the 16. Bittner facing the blitz now, has the ball away, wide open is Dawson O'Day. A move, he's forced out of bounds by Hoyt. And a first down for the GGs. 1st and goal across the Carleton 5.
And not only does O'Day have the ability to gain yardage with the rock in his belly, but he's adept at getting out as a receiver as well. Can shake and catches the ball smoothly in the open field as Edward helps ride him out of bounds.
GG's 1st and goal at the Carleton 4-yard line. Dawson O'Day has been their exciting weapon on the ground in the early going of this Panda game as the GGs load up in a twin tight end formation. 3 backs in the backfield. They'll go back to O'Day. O'Day is caught for a gain of maybe 1.
Not only do they have 2 big fullbacks in the backfield as well, but Caleb Beaver, the speedster, as you said, Mark, runs about a 4.40 40. Mixing it up, a different look, and the mad scientist Jamie Barisi on offense likes to throw all kinds of different stuff at opposing defenses. That's a view of it there.
That's a good line. He is a mad scientist. I mean, his playbook is perhaps the most detailed and complicated in the country. All right, 2nd and goal. Ottawa from the 4-yard line. 5 receivers. Bittner throwing to the end zone. Touchdown! Carter Matheson scores for Ottawa. Sawyer Bittner has his first ever Panda game touchdown pass. And the GGs answer back, making Carleton pay for that turnover in Panda 5-0 in Ottawa.
This week on the CHCH Sunday Blockbuster.
Seen units like yours. They're outlaws.
If you have a problem,
units like that pose a direct threat.
If no one else can help,
Fire everything!
You call the A-Team. Sunday at 8:30 on CHCH.
We live out here, like the creatures in the earth, bearing the soul of VQA Wines of Ontario. This life is uncharted, so we push further, with secrets to uncover. New views, new tastes, no apologies. This is our calling. Seek it, hunt it. VQA Wines of Ontario. Tastes untamed.
You can explain anything that you see, or hear, or taste, or smell with chemistry. Teaching and learning is a very human thing. It's a human endeavor. You've got to get human beings together. The scientific method is a way for finding the truth. Students can get an answer to a question that nobody else has ever answered before, mastering things that they had no concept of. So we keep evolving. We keep standing on the shoulders of the people that came before us.
It's the Brick semi-annual 3-day sale. Get 55% off mattresses $7.99 or more. Plus, Springwall Eurotop mattress $4.92. The Simmers Pocket Coil mattress $4.45. And 63% off this Serta Perfect Sleeper mattress. A Brick, saving you more.
Back at TD Place Stadium, we're tied at 7 after Sawyer Bittner's 4-yard touchdown pass to Carter Matheson has evened the score. In this 50th Panda game, there's a pooched kick picked up by Mac Holliday, and he's brought down quickly just shy of his 30-yard line. So the Ravens back on offense after giving up that touchdown when we come back to the Panda game from the nation's capital in Ottawa.
Arthritis affects 1 in 4 adults in North America. It causes joint pain, restricts mobility, and diminishes the quality of life. If arthritis is affecting your knees or wrists, try Revlex Arthritis Pain Relief. Patented formula, odorless, non-messy roll-on. Apply a thin layer of Revlex Arthritis Pain Relief regularly to help relieve the pain so you can move, exercise, and play freely. Visit RevlexRelief.com for more information. Proud partner of the Arthritis Society of Canada.
Every year, hundreds of thousands of Canadians head south to live abroad during winter. These travelers call themselves snowbirds. Several laws and regulations continue to threaten this retirement dream for Canadians. The Canadian Snowbird Association is a national not-for-profit advocacy group owned and operated by over 100,000 members. The CSA's mandate is to protect and defend the rights and privileges of Canadian travelers by lobbying for fair access to government services. Membership is only $25 a year. As a member, you will receive a subscription to CSA News Magazine, a Snowbird information kit, low-cost currency exchange rates, and much more. Call now and get a free copy of the CSA's Traveler's Report Card and learn how your government is helping or hindering your freedom to travel. Preserve your rights as a Canadian when you travel abroad. Join the CSA today. Call now.
Welcome back. I'm here with Michelle Guilbeault from Student Life at U Ottawa. Michelle, what's the energy been like on campus surrounding the game in the days before today?
School spirit on campus has been simply insane in the weeks leading up to this game. We are so proud of our GGs. They really embody what it means to be a GG. So all 50,000 are behind you, and let's bring Pedro back home where it belongs.
Thanks, Michelle. Back to you guys.
Stephen, nice to have you aboard today. Stephen Marchand is a third-year journalism student at Carleton University and on the sidelines for us this afternoon. Ravens now 2nd down and 5 after a 5-yard carry by Nathan Carter. Both these quarterbacks, Justin Neruda and Bittner, have thrown the ball 5 times combined for 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. And now a botched snap, and Neruda scrambling from pressure. In trouble, throwing downfield. Oh my goodness, what an effort by Cedric Walker, who was down just inside the sideline, tried to get low to make the catch and couldn't hold on. But we have seen this time and time again this year for the Ravens. Errant snaps to the quarterback in the shotgun.
Mike Aruda has a low one there, can't get out the pad to kick save it with his foot, but alertly turns around, picks it back up, and on the run almost makes something out of nothing. That would have been a miraculous catch had Dominic Walker hauled that in. How about the presence of mind, Aruda, in this crowd and atmosphere, showing no nerves.
Another bad snap and a botched punt by Mike Domagala that bounces to Kalen Beaver at his own 30. Beaver with a seam. Now he's into daylight, and Domagala has to make the tackle. Last man back for Carleton.
Beaver dangerous when he gets that football in his hands around the corner. Domagala does a great job, though, angling him out of bounds, making sure that didn't go to the house mark. That could have been 6 quick with Kalen Beaver's burst and ability to hit top gear.
Beaver with that 4.38 second speed in the 40 is the fastest man on the team, and now he's put Ottawa in terrific field position. First down at the Carleton 45. Sawyer Bittner in the shotgun. He'll toss it to Bryce Vieira. He stops up and then is hammered after a short gain of maybe 3 on the play as Josh Walsh, who is 3rd in OUA tackles this year, lowers the boom for the Ravens.
Vieira, a player the GGs want to get the football in his hands more. He was the starting running back last year in the Panda game for the GGs, can make an impact. Went to Saskatchewan Roughriders training camp and working towards being more versatile so that at the pro level he has a better shot to make a roster after his 5th year.
Had a 60-yard odd touchdown catch last week against York, taking a pass that was about 8 yards and doing the rest to make defenders miss. And we've got a time count violation against young Sawyer Bittner, the first-year OUA quarterback after 3 seasons in the Canadian Junior Football League, where he starred with the Regina Thunder.
That's right. Western Canada kid.
Reminder, the OUA Front Row has all the latest scores and stories. Download the OUA Front Row app. Join the conversation at OUA Sports and Quest for the Cup. You were saying?
That's right, a Western Canada kid. Doesn't happen too often that they cross over into Eastern Canada, but Coach Jamie Barisi really liked him at the Canada Cup. Gets him out of Western Canada as a starter now.
2nd and 8. Ravens with push. The ball is away. It's complete to O'Day, and then a fight for it. And Josh Walsh throws the ball down, and now he's drawn a penalty as he threw the ball towards the GG's bench after making a terrific play to halt O'Day at the line of scrimmage.
Walsh obviously frustrated. He felt like this was going to be an interception, and he probably has a decent argument to that. Looked like he had possession going to the turf with that football. It might have touched it down there, but anytime you do that, throw the football at the other team, you're going to drop penalties.
So it's 2nd down. Check that, 3rd down and a yard, and the GGs will go for it. So 3rd and 1. And now a timeout has been called by Jamie Barisi. You know, we've seen this time and time again this season with these young, exuberant athletes getting flagged for situations like that. And that's one thing both head coaches have stressed to these players here today. You're going to feel an amazing atmosphere. Your emotions are going to be stoked, but you've got to keep them under control.
That's right, Mark, but it is such a different energy, and it's difficult because you've never played in front of a crowd this big before. There's lots of players on both rosters that haven't experienced it. And even if you have, it only comes around once a year. So it's not like you deal with it every time you step onto the football field. So with that heightened energy, sometimes it's difficult to harness it because you want to make a play so bad. And Walsh felt like he had the interception and was likely frustrated with the call.
You talked about this big crowd. Look at, they're still outside the stadium trying to get in.
We're over halfway through the first quarter.
3rd down gamble for the GGs. 3rd and 1 from the Carleton 36. And now another whistle. Hang on. Referee Bill Seghetti conferring with the other officials just before the GGs were to snap the ball on this 3rd down attempt. And I'm not sure what the situation is. Is it where the ball should be?
Seems to be figuring out the spot.
Placed, exactly spotted. They moved the ball 5 yards after that last penalty. I didn't see the call. I was expecting a 15-yard objectionable conduct.
They're moving it back another yard, and I would agree. Normally that comes with a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah.
Sideline, 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 sideline.
You're right. It was 2nd and 8. They moved the ball 5 yards. Right? Right. All right, so make that 3rd and 2. And another whistle here as the officials stop the proceedings.
Trying to get this 3rd down situation figured out. Important here as it looks like the GGs are lining up to go for it.
Barisi's out at center field about 5 yards off the sideline.
And he's normally pretty calm, but barely animated right now.
Again, both coaches having words. Barisi now across the 55. He's incensed. And now realizing it's 3rd and 2, is he going to send his field goal team in? No, he can't. The officials have waved him off. 3rd and 2 gamble now for Bittner and the GGs. Sneaking the ball. Pushed from behind by O'Day, and he'll have the 1st down.
Without that push from O'Day, Bittner is stopped short. And interesting that Jamie Barisi was not allowed to put the punt unit on the field. He actually wanted to kick the football away. So the push by O'Day becomes even more important on the 3rd down situation, and along to the little back pushing his big quarterback.
Big play by the pint-sized running back to aid his quarterback to that 1st down. Bittner now dropping back, throwing the ball deep downfield. It's well overthrown, intended for Bryce Vieira. And close coverage on the field side by Danny McWhirter, the field corner for the Ravens.
There you see what they're trying to do with Bryce Vieira, the dynamic playmaker, move him around. We saw him at the slot back position, get a touch on an inside handoff, little shovel pass. There he's at wide out running the fade route. Bittner trying to get it to him. More times he's targeted, the better for the GG's offense.
Bittner is 2 for 5 for 10 yards and a touchdown. Throwing across the middle. It's complete and a big first down.
Bittner calm in the pocket there, delivers a ball across the middle.
Caleb Beaver has his first catch of the game and a big first down for the GGs.
Beaver running the seam route, comes free on a well-designed play, and Bittner fits it in there between the linebackers and free safety before Beaver takes a couple shots. Anytime he's free in the open field, it's dangerous.
GG's in the red zone for the second time in this opening quarter. Handoff is to Beaver. Ravens saw that coming, and he stopped for a loss as Tevin Bowen makes a tackle for Carleton. Check that, it was Kenny Onyeka in on the tackle. And it's a loss of 6.
Lineman drafted by the Ottawa Red Blacks in the 2018 CFL draft, wanted to come back to finish off his engineering degree. Smart, amazing football player.
Is he ever? Mechanical engineer, second and long. Bittner in trouble, and he's sacked.
Trevor Hoyt coming free off the edge, getting home to Bittner from the blind side, beating an offensive tackle.
And he's hurt. Hoyt, the second-year astrophysics major from Carleton, who's been a real revelation this year. Smartest kid on the team, too, they say, with A's and A+, but he's down on the field after making that big stop and forcing the GGs into perhaps a field goal situation, although this will be right at the edge of Campbell Fair's range. So the Carleton defense with a big stand, pushing the GGs out of the red zone.
Talk about smarts. Kenny Onyeka, engineer, and Trevor Hoyt.
This ain't rocket science for Trevor Hoyt, the astrophysics major. This kid's a smart athlete, and he has 2 quarterback sacks already this year, a couple of interceptions, and is leading the OUA with 3 forced fumbles. So this will be a 37-yard field goal attempt for Campbell Fair, who's 7 of 10 this year. His longest is 38. Ball down, kicked, and wide right. It's returned out of the end zone. It's Manchelenko with a seam down the sideline. And Vieira knocks him out of bounds with a flag at the 20. Flag at the 20-yard line on the wide attempt from 37 by Campbell Fair. As Chad Manchelenko returned the ball out, looks like it's coming back. Here's the call. Holding.
Carleton, 10 yards on the return. First down.
So once again, a holding penalty puts the Ravens deep in their own end after that thrilling return by Manchelenko. We're all tied at 7. 3:46 to go in the opening quarter of the 50th Panda game from Ottawa. We're back right after this.
Jessica's new book is out.
Are we rich? Can we get a pet puma?
And Louis dreams big.
What do you say? Longs across America?
Is that my driver's license photo?
The season premiere of Fresh Off the Boat, Friday at 8.
It only happens twice a year. The Brick's huge semi-annual 3-day sale. Get up to 30% off futons and sofa beds. And this casual 5-piece dining package is only $3.95. This weekend only. The Brick, saving you more.
Following the crowd just isn't your style. You forge your own path, the road less traveled. And how does someone who sees the world your way choose to see the world? On an Avalon River cruise. with experiences that are adventurous, unexpected, unhindered, and incredible views, no matter where you turn.
For a limited time, you can fly free on select 2019 Europe sailings.
Carleton President Dr. Benoit Antoine Bacon, your first time witnessing the Panda game as president. What's it like for you to be able to showcase your football program?
Stephen, it's so great to be here. The biggest game in Canadian University football, and such a great way to showcase our great program. Go Ravens, we're going for the 5th consecutive wins. I'm confident we'll get there. I want to tip my hat to all our students, athletes. It's so difficult to combine an academic program with the varsity team play. Discipline, resilience, you're an inspiration to all of us. It's a great event for our community. Students are here, faculty, staff, alumni. Thank you for the support of the football program. Let's go for the win. Go Ravens.
Thank you. Back to you, Mark.
Stephen, thank you. Ravens with a hair-raising moment there as the snap was watched and recovered for a loss on the play.
Second botch snap by the Ravens today. Jana alertly jumps on it. Almost a couple costly mistakes, self-inflicted there as the snap never even gets to Aruda running that jet sweep. It bounces off Jana, he jumps on it.
Jana in his first start as a running back for Carleton. And Aruda goes to the flats. It's Soares again looking for Dominic Walker. He's covered this time. And Soares is drilled and driven out of bounds by Abed Hamidi as Dominic Walker went deep. The Ravens looking to pull that second call from their opener when the flea flicker to Soares and the pass to Dominic Walker for the touchdown of 70 yards.
That's really the only spark that the Ravens have had so far on offense, due in part to the GG's defense that has been stout. And Hamidi coming downhill, a player that Jamie Barisi is a big fan of. They feel like he really has a lot of upside and potential, showing it to you there on that tackle.
Mike Damagala standing about 4 yards inside his goal line in the end zone to punt on third down. He gets a low punt bouncing at the 45. Beaver picks it up. Flags down. Looks like the Ravens encroaching on the 5-yard restraining zone as Napoleon makes the tackle for Carleton.
Beaver does a smart job picking up that football to draw the flag for no yards. He'll improve this Ottawa field position even further as they're going to start in Ravens territory.
This should be a 5-yard penalty here.
No yards. Carleton, 5 yards. First down.
Coming into this game, both the GGs and Ravens now in the top 10. Ottawa moving into number 9 and into the top 10 for the first time after that win over York last week. And the Ravens at 4-1 moving up to 5 after defeating Toronto. On the ground, Dawson O'Day up the middle of the Carleton defense. And he'll have a gain of about 7 on the play. O'Day is only 5'8", 187 pounds, a second-year athlete out of Oshawa, but he has a bodybuilder's physique.
He does. Just look at him, the way he's walking around all cut up.
The gain is about 6. Second down, Ottawa. Bittner. Empty backfield, and he's rocked as he gets rid of the ball. Bowen picks it up. The officials are waving it off, saying it's an incomplete pass. But Sawyer Bittner is down on the field and in pain.
Bittner writhing after taking that shot. More maybe just from the shock of it. He did not see that free defender coming off the edge. It looked like Jack Kasser laid quite a lick on the Ottawa quarterback, who seems to be getting his wits about him.
Jack Kasser, a third-year middle linebacker out of Mississauga, has been an absolute force this year for the Ravens.
And literally on this play, he delivers that force to Bittner, free up the middle, unblocked, and that was very close to potentially being a fumble.
So Bittner getting attention on the GG sideline as Loic Legendre punts for Ottawa. A high ball to the corner. It'll be no yards as the flags fly on the catch by Jalen Jenna as he's forced out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So this will help Carleton in terms of field position on the first punt of the game for the Frenchman from Nevers, France.
Kicking a solid ball there. Jana doing a good job of catching that punt in the air to draw the no yards flag and improve the Ravens' field position. Key series there, though, from the Carleton defense with where Ottawa was starting, and Bittner getting that arm worked on because it was awkward. He was just about or trying to release the football when he took that big shot from Kasser, number 45 for Carleton.
So Bittner with some
no flag on the play.
Discomfort with the throwing arm, and now they're saying there is no flag on the play. So no yards call against the GGs, and the Ravens will have first down at their own 16-yard line. Wow, Carleton could be in real trouble this early in the game with the turnovers and the great field position that Ottawa had in this first quarter, but it's still a 7-7 football game. Here comes the blitz. And it's Carter with a hole. He's tripped up as he crosses the 25-yard line. The ball is down. The GGs are trying to say they've got the fumble as Rashad Spooner has the football. And now it looks like Carter is slow to get up for the Ravens.
Carter takes quite a shot here, and it looked like the officials ruled that his elbow potentially touched the turf before the ball came out as he squirts through the seam, gets knocked down on a low tackle out of nowhere. It didn't look like Carter saw it at all. The ball popped out. It seems like the officials made the right call, but that's tough to do in live speed.
Nathan Carter, the third-year communications student. Here's another look. So he gets down on the, looks like he was down.
That's exactly what happened. The elbow was down before the ball was moving and out. Great job by the officials.
Carter at 5'7", 174. A smaller running back, has taken a pounding this year, but bounces up and makes his way to the Carleton sideline. Gain of 9 on the play, so 2nd and 1. As Bittner throws at the GG's bench after injuring his arm on that last hit by Kassar. It's a sneak by Aruda, and he will have the Carleton first down. The Ravens trying to dig their way out of bad field position in the final minute of this opening quarter of a 7-7 football game. Ravens and GG's in the 50th Panda game. There's Bittner now working on that arm. Handoff up the gut, and going nowhere is Matthew Pickens as he runs into the heart of that GG defense. This Ottawa defense, one of the best in the OUA this year, allowing 148 yards. Check that. Well, yeah, 148, 5th best against the run in the OUA this year. 2nd down, 7. Ravens with 5 receivers. Aruda, flush from the pocket. He'll run with the football, and he's taken down very close to the first down marker. Mike Aruda, who was a highly recruited quarterback out of Champlain College in Quebec, won the Bull D'Or there, was an MVP, and was known as a scrambler coming out of CEGEP. Has been more of a pocket passer here at Carleton.
Certainly has put on some muscle and develop that pocket passing ability, but still can squirt out of the pocket if need be. He knew where the sticks were, put his head down to try and get it, and we'll find out from the measurement to see if it was enough to move the chains.
First down.
It is a first down by inches. The tip of the football on the final play of the first quarter. So Arruda and the Ravens with another set of downs in a close start to this Panda game. Ottawa 7, Carleton 7 after one quarter.
On the season premiere of Speechless.
What's the plan? The DeMays are going to London.
Take a trip across the pond.
Mother England, I am home!
But will this father-daughter reunion
Where did you get that dreadful American accent?
What accent? I don't have an accent.
become a royal pain?
That's enough Buckingham Palace for you.
I'm working on a plan to meet the Queen.
On the season premiere of Speechless, Friday at 8:30 on CHCH. Stream live on chch.com.
Okay, here we go, guys. Ready? Cinturones, por favor. Gracias.
Opportunity is everywhere. This could be fun. It's a door.
Ooh, it's doing a lot of kicking down there.
Waiting to be open. Whatever your ambition, whatever your drive, whatever you're chasing, opportunity is everywhere. All you have to do to find it is get out. Here.
Rethink skincare with Silken. State-of-the-art technology, expertly designed for home use. Natural beauty, now within your reach.
Are your teeth stopping you from enjoying life? The Denture Center now offers complete or partial dentures from as low as $4.99 per denture. Improve your confidence. Improve your life. Contact the Denture Center to book your free consultation.
It only happens twice a year. The Brick's huge semi-annual 3-day sale. Get 60% off Cindy Crawford home sofas when you buy the matching love seat or chair. Simmons Eurotop Queen mattress, only $445. Queen bed, just $449 when you buy the matching dresser, mirror, and nightstand. Casual 5-piece dining package, $395. Samsung laundry team, $1295. And Samsung 55-inch 4K TV, only $699. This weekend only at the Brick and the Brick Mattress Store, saving you more.
The Panda game on CHCH brought to you by Milk to Go Sport, exclusive dairy partner, fuel to keep your body going. Wilson, the official football of the OUA, and IG Wealth Management. New look, same network of trusted professionals. Second quarter about to begin, and look at the crowd still trying to get into TD Place Stadium.
They need to open the gates up much earlier. Let them in here for kickoff.
Stadium is less than half full right now as the Ravens break the huddle. First down at their 37. Mike Arruda at quarterback. They'll stay on the ground, and it's Pickens carrying off tackle for a gain of about 5, maybe 6 yards on the play as Nathan Carter has not returned. First quarter stats brought to you by IG Wealth Management.
What stands out for Carleton, Quinton Soares throwing that 78-yard touchdown in the first play, but hasn't been much offense since, is that GG's defense has really settled in Ottawa, kind of controlling the football on offense.
Soares on that 78-yard bomb to Dominic Walker, and then Bittner on that 3-yard pass to Matheson, the only scoring so far in this Panda game. 2nd and 5, GG showing blitz, they back off. The ball is away and caught by Khalid Johnson. Johnson protected the football, will step out of bounds with a Carleton first down, and now there's some pushing and shoving after the play as Luke Breeze got up in the face of Johnson, who is one of the newcomers to the Ravens receiving corps in his first year.
That's the first time today that Carleton has thrown at all Canadian type talent, Jamie Harry, the defensive back for Ottawa. Dangerous when you throw the ball in his area, but when you get it out in time on the slant pattern, just as Aruda did to Johnson, you can have some success.
There's an injured Raven down on the football field right now. Casey Backer playing center. He was the starting guard for the past few years in Carleton. Went to the Alouettes training camp, came back this year and injured his knee before the season started and did not return until week 4. And so playing with a brace, gets to his feet. He's a big man at 6'8", 319.
He's helping pave the way for Nathan Carter up there on the OUA rushing chart with 445 yards on the season. And Dawson O'Day counters for the GGs, as we talked about off the top in our keys to the game. Battle on the ground. And so far it's been won by the GGs. What it does in 2 parts: you move your offense down the field, control the clock, keep the other offense off the field. So right now, advantage Ottawa in the run game.
O'Day with those 98.7 yards a game, second in the OUA in rushing per game coming into this one. First down for Carleton. Blitz. Aruda escapes the blitz. Now he runs right back into it. Placini can't get him down. Aruda looking for help. Throws it back across the field. Carter's got it right at the line of scrimmage, and he is mowed down. Hit hard by Thomas Carrier and Alex Douglas.
Carrier and Douglas coming downhill. That's a dangerous throw from Aruda. He actually avoided the pressure. Would have been better off stepping up in the pocket instead of trying to get out the front door. Although he does avoid Placini as well. Escapes 2 defenders. Back across his body to Carter. We trust a lot. Living on the edge there.
2nd and 10. Aruda goes to the flats to Carter. Carter with some blocks will not have the first down as the GGs close quickly on the play. Rashawn Davis in on the tackle to limit that game to 4 yards. So 3rd down and a punt situation.
Aruda with the safer type of completion to Carter in the flat, but the Ottawa defense has done a great job of rallying to the football. Look how many helmets that are silver colored were around Carter to make sure he was taken down to the ground short of the yardage to gain.
Domagala to punt. He has an average of 39.6 yards this season. A nice high deep spiral punt. It pushes Vieira back inside his 5-yard line. He escapes the Carleton cover, still on his feet, and crosses the 23-yard line.
You got the sense there Vieira was about 1 step away from potentially taking that all the way, and he stays down on the field after the tackle. Vieira so elusive as a running back, now playing receiver for the GGs after being at Saskatchewan Roughriders training camp. There was quite a pile up there, and Vieira still down on the turf being looked at by the Ottawa trainers.
Yeah, Jamie Parisi said we didn't think we'd get him back. He was that good headed to the Saskatchewan camp, but he's come back at that slot back position, as you talked about, a position he thinks he might have a future in pro football. Check the scores out of town, and it's Laurier up early on Guelph, 21-7 in the 2nd quarter. Look at that, a close game at Queens. Western leading the Gales only 8-4. So Bryce Vieira still being attended to on the field. This would be a huge loss for this GG's offense if it's serious.
It really would be one of the dynamic playmakers for Jamie Parisi, the mad scientist, always scheming stuff up. Added 3 plays this morning because he had some suggestions from his players about what they thought they could do. It almost seems like Parisi lives in the film room.
He burns that midnight oil. Coming up with new schemes. We'll take a break as they attend to Bryce Vieira as he gingerly gets off the field, and concern written all over the face of his head coach here in Ottawa.
It all started when we coated the windows of our factory to reflect the sun and keep things cool in the summer. And after seeing the energy savings from our new coffee roasters, we switched to new, efficient lighting with help from Save On Energy, which increased our savings even more. Not only was our storefront cafe hopping, it was our best sales year ever. True story. Small changes lead to big things. When you save on energy, you power what's next.
Water is the lifeblood of the planet. If we don't have a new generation of engineers who are able to treat the water and keep it safe and think about the sustainability of water, we're a runaway reactor, we're a disaster just waiting to happen. It's water, it's air, it's soil, it's energy. We need environmental engineers to help save the planet.
People come to the Caribbean for its translucent waters. We took it over the top. Over the water villas. Over the water chapel. Over the water bar. Over the water restaurants. Over and above anything you could ever imagine. Sandals, the world's only 5-star luxury included resorts. Call 1-800-SANDALS.
It only happens twice a year. The Brick's huge semi-annual 3-day sale. Get this Amana 18 cubic foot fridge, just $645. Queen bed, only $399 when you buy the matching dresser, mirror, and nightstand. This weekend only. The Brick, saving you more.
I was living my dream. One day, I was overwhelmed with chronic pain and depression, and I was struggling to get my disability benefits. And thanks to Kotak Law, I was taken good care of.
We are your trusted disability lawyers at Kotak Law. We will fight to ensure that you get the benefits you deserve.
Welcome back to the Panda game here on the sideline with the man who puts it all together, Gord Grace, the OUA CEO. Gord, looks like with the number of fans here today, you almost think it was a Red Blacks game. How do you feel about the exposure that you've seen for an OUA regular season game that we have today?
Well, this is an amazing event for sure. The 50th Panda doesn't get any better than this. 25,000 people, sold out 2 weeks ago. So this is really the showcase of our OUA season, regular season, and it's great to be here.
Thanks, guys. We'll send it back upstairs.
Sawyer Bittner back in the game after being rocked by Jack Cassar and appearing to injure his arm. He'll stay on the ground, handing off to Dawson O'Day, and the diminutive running back scrambles upfield for a terrific gain on first down of 8 yards.
Bittner back on the field after he took that massive blow from Jack Cassar, was working out the arm on the sideline, seems to be good enough to still continue to play.
2nd and 2, GG's as Dylan St. Pierre comes into the game, and the fullback Jason Lee Jones comes out. Question is Bittner's arm good to go? Has he recovered from that hellacious hit from Cassar? They'll stay on the ground, and it is O'Day breaking upfield, tackled by Cassar, but he will have an Ottawa first down. You know, during that break, that commercial break, these two teams were lined up on the line of scrimmage. There was a lot of talking going back and forth, and at one point, 95, Kenny Onyeka stood across the line of scrimmage, dipped into the Ottawa backfield, and had some words for Bittner. So the intimidation, right, all these little head games that go on in this Panda game continue.
That's the intensity of the Panda game and the rivalry between these two teams.
First down, Ottawa. Carleton on the blitz. Bittner bails from the pocket, throws downfield, and it's incomplete as Jay Dearborn puts a hit on P. Shalombo. That was very close to being interference, but Dearborn, the safety who is being deployed at field half sometimes, with a big play here.
Dearborn, the veteran, times this up almost to perfection, but that's pretty close as he hits, as you said, Shalombo right as the ball arrives.
2nd and 10. GG's. Here comes Carleton again. The ball is away. It's deep for Beaver and incomplete. Looking back in the sunshine, and terrific coverage by Reed Wiley, the first-year man out of St. Catharines.
And you mentioned the sun, Mark. It looked like Kalen Beaver mistimed his jump, due in part to maybe not being able to see the football because the sun is in his eyes. Normally Beaver tracks the ball very well, but he jumped a little bit too early. If he probably took 1 or 2 more steps, could have had that dive and grab.
So Legendre back at his 20 to punt for Ottawa. Ravens peel back to set up the return. Jana at his own 35 makes a move across the 40 to the 43. And a nifty move indeed by Jalen Jana as he avoided Kyle Roger downfield. as the Ravens take over. Jalen Jenna is a player who came to Carleton this year from Simon Fraser University. He's played mostly American football with Simon Fraser in the NAIA, and it took him half the season here to really get accustomed, Justin, to the Canadian game. And we're seeing him being deployed really for the first time by the Ravens.
Part of a talented football family. His brother Terrell Jana at the University of Virginia as a receiver, so lots of athleticism among the Janas.
For the Ravens, who have struggled to move the ball here in this opening half on offense. First down at their 42. Play action as Aruda rolls to the wide side. It's complete to Manchelenko. He bobbled the football, then dropped it, then somehow held on. Manchelenko with a high wire act and a first down.
It goes down as one catch on the stat sheet, but that might have been 2 or 3 as Aruda calmly off play action, and the ball fake sticks it in there on the out route for Manchelenko. And as he's actually getting hit, hangs onto the ball. Cody Cranston on the tackle.
First down, Ravens across center field. Aruda with time. Rolling to his right now. Throws it back across the middle and nearly intercepted. A dangerous throw as Luke Breeze came across and nearly swiped it. Breeze, who is tied for the lead in the OUA with 3 interceptions with Jamie Harry, his teammate this year. Came close.
Aruda attempting another dangerous throw. Not ideal when you're out of the pocket, rolling the other way, throwing it way back against the grain.
Second and 10, Aruda 5 of 8 for only 33 yards and an interception so far. Breeze showing the safety blitz and he backs off. Breeze coming now. Here they come after Aruda. He's got the ball away. It's complete. Phil Iloki with a straight arm and still on his feet at the 30. Iloki, another move. And out of bounds shy of the 20. They came after Aruda and he found a seam.
Aruda got rid of that ball about as quick as he should as this place erupts due to the big play from the Carleton offense. Great job by Mike Aruda to see the pressure, a free defender coming in his face and gets it away as quick as he can as Iloki pops open against man coverage and then does some damage in the open field, making defenders miss.
Aruda again to the wide side. Dominic Carter across the 10, breaks a tackle and hauled down at about the 6-yard line. Dominic Walker, who had that 78-yard thriller on the opening play from Soares to start this Panda game.
Aruda finally using these bigger targets that he has in the receiving stable. First we see Iloki on the big play down the field, taking advantage of the blitz situation and man coverage. Then he goes to Walker, 2 dynamic targets that he has to go to.
First and goal from the Ottawa 6 as Jamie Parisi sends in his heavy team, taking French, the free safety, and Hamidi, the pint-sized middle linebacker, out of the game, along with Kyle Roger, the will linebacker. First and goal from the 6. Carleton with a twin tight formation. Aruda throwing it deep to the end zone. Soares is open. Touchdown, Carleton. Mike Aruda to Quentin Soares, 6 yards for the Carleton touchdown.
Aruda knew what he had right away. Man coverage, like Soares, off the hop, and then just laid it out there and let him go run underneath it. A seam route, 2-way go. Soares sticks his man to the outside, comes inside, and pulls it down for the TD.
Point after from Mike Damagala is good. And the Carleton Ravens now open a 14-7 lead. It was Soares 1 year ago, had that 84-yard punt return, and the touchdown. And he puts his Ravens in front midway in this second quarter of the 50th Panda game in Ottawa.
This week on the CHCH Sunday Blockbuster.
Seen units like yours. They're outlaws.
if you have a problem.
Units like that pose a direct threat.
If no one else can help,
Fire everything!
you call the A-Team. Sunday at 8:30 on CHCH.
Hey, Mom, is it okay if Sarah comes over for dinner tonight?
Yeah, as long as it's okay with her, Mom.
Can she?
Yeah, of course.
Yes!
At Ronald McDonald House, we give families a home away from home, close to their sick children.
Tina, you were so right. Tina, you're a genius. I know. Tina? All right, talk to you later. Bye, girl. Hi, sorry.
Are these stools new?
Yeah, I just got them.
What about the vanity?
Were you upstairs?
No. Who's Tina? Your new best friend? Your shopping pal?
Stacy, it's Wayfair.
Oh!
She doesn't have a new BFF. She's got Wayfair.
Tina?
Chartwell's is committed to deliver 1 million meals to people in need, provide 10,000 hours of community support, and create 1,000 jobs. We call it thinking ahead and giving back. That's how we can all help to make a meaningful difference.
The quest for the Cup Campus Tour, fueled by Pioneer Energy, travels the province attending major OUA events and championships. The football portion of the tour will conclude on Saturday, November 10th, with the playing of the 111th Yates Cup. Right now it's looking like Western might be the odds-on favorite as they try to defend their Vanier Cup and Yates Cup titles this year. They are unbeaten so far, the only unbeaten team in the OUA. Kickoff is taken by Kalen Beaver inside his 5-yard line. He comes straight up the hash marks and then into a heap of humanity across the 20-yard line. The longest Panda game winning streak is 7 straight. That's held by the Gee-Gees back in the late 50s, early 60s. They then won 5 straight in the 70s, 6 straight the late 80s and early 90s, and now the Ravens on a 4-game Panda winning streak, trying to make it 5-0 on Panda 5-0. And the update from the GG sidelines is that Bryce Vieira is on crutches. So that's a big loss for the GGs. Play action now. Bittner rolling, throwing downfield. It's complete and a first down. St. Pierre making the catch for the GGs. Dylan St. Pierre, the second-year man out of Ottawa and a social science student. So Bittner with that arm that was injured 2 series ago, looking no worse for wear, has a first down for Ottawa at their own 44-yard line. They'll stay on the ground. Dawson O'Day scampers outside, runs right into Josh Walsh with support from Jack Cassar, the number 2 and number 3 tacklers in the OUA.
Runs right over Josh Walsh. O'Day lowering the shoulder. The little man, as you said, looks like he has a bodybuilder's physique, can deliver a blow, even though he looks small in stature.
No, he is a powerhouse, to be sure, at all of 5'8". Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd and 6. Beaver flanks. Bittner throwing to the sideline. It's complete. Carter Matheson going up for the football. And another Ottawa first down.
Bittner seems to be getting comfortable in the pocket, attacking Edward, the talented American DB number 2 for Carleton, but that timing comeback route a little high. Carter Matheson going up and getting it for his quarterback as they go into a hurry-up offense.
Bittner broke all of Asher Hastings' records at Regina Thunder in the junior football before coming here to Ottawa. Now he's throwing again. It is incomplete, intended for Kalen Beaver, but there is a flag down on the play as they pick Bittner off the field once again. The Ravens put another licking on this young quarterback.
Bittner taking another shot as we get the call from the official.
It's going against the Ravens.
Illegal contact. Carleton, 10 yards. First down.
They call him Dearborn here on the contact.
Bittner continues to take shots while delivering the football, and Beaver fighting for that rock but interfered with.
One thing about Bittner, they say he's tough as nails. He'll stand in there, handing off to O'Day into a pile up the gut, and not much going there. Gain of 2 on the play. Dawson O'Day with that terrific average of 98 yards a game. Hard to find sometimes, he's so small.
You can hide behind that big offensive line and then squirt out.
Big second down situation, 2nd and 8. Bittner going downfield, it's complete to Caleb Beaver. He's got daylight. Beaver to the end zone. Touchdown, Ottawa.
What's so unique, Mark, about the Panda game is to see the different sides of the stands explode when big plays are made, and now you can see it. The GGs erupt as Beaver, the speedster, hits the end zone. Bittner, calm in the pocket, sees Beaver breaking open and delivers a strike across the middle, and then the vision from Beaver to make sure he gets all the way to the end zone.
Point after from Campbell Fair is good. There is a flag on the play, a late flag. But a 40-yard pass and run play from Sawyer Bittner to Caleb Beaver has tied this football game at 14. Beaver's 2nd touchdown reception of the season. Sort out the flag here from referee Bill Seghetti. They're going to apply the penalty on the kickoff.
Like unnecessary roughness.
Unnecessary roughness. Carleton on the holder. 15 yards. Kickoff will be placed 15 yards ahead.
So Bittner to Beaver and pay dirt, and we're all tied in Panda game 5-0.
Arthritis affects 1 in 4 adults in North America. It causes joint pain, restricts mobility, and diminishes the quality of life. If arthritis is affecting your knees or wrists, try Revlex Arthritis Pain Relief. Patented formula, odorless, non-messy roll-on. Apply a thin layer of Revlex Arthritis Pain Relief regularly to help relieve the pain so you can move, exercise, and play freely. Visit RevlexRelief.com for more information. Proud partner of the Arthritis Society of Canada.
There's a place where people become fish. To get there, take a boat to the hidden caves, to where the sea meets the sky, and enter worlds so beautiful, it'll change you. Wow, we're going.
Air Transat. Vacation is calling. Conversation flows comfortably in stressless seating, and right now, savings flow comfortably at Scan Decor. Until October 22nd, with every piece of stressless seating you buy, you'll get credit up to $1,500 to put towards additional seating or accessories, or save $500 on signature base or leg comfort style recliners. Come together in ultimate comfort. Stay together in a stressless at Scan Decor, Burlington and Scarborough.
A reminder, our next broadcast on CHCH will be the 111th Yates Cup, presented by Milk to Go Sport, coming up November the 10th. So a short kick coming down to Jana at his 15. Jana up the middle. There's a flag on the play. This could be coming back as he scrambles to the 35. The GG's kicking off from the Carleton 50 after that 15-yard unnecessary roughness call on the convert was applied to the kickoff, but this could be coming back, and that's what the GG's are signaling.
Holding, Carleton on the return, 10 yards, first down.
Becoming a regular occurrence, it seems, with this Ravens special teams unit.
A lot of flags on the turf when Carleton's been on those special teams today, Mark. After a nice return by Jana, going to push them all the way back under the shadow of their own goalpost, starting at their 10-yard line. Head coach Steve Samara won't be happy about that.
Samara has been frustrated this year with the penalties and the inconsistency from this football team. Very talented team, but often unable to play a full 60 minutes. First down, Carleton from their 10. Aruda facing the blitz. Handing off. They've got a seam. It's Nathan Carter. Very close to the first down as the Ravens beat the blitz on the ground, and it's good to see Carter back in the game after being knocked out for a few plays.
Carter healthy and getting loose. He really likes to run the rock in that zone run game, and when you create movement up front with the offensive line, that gives Carter those seams to slash through.
Second down and 1. Ravens shy of the 20. Aruda with a heavy front. He'll carry himself and have the first down. We talk about penalties. The Ravens have taken 6 penalties for 65 yards so far in this game. GG's 1 for 5. So that's a big turnaround for Ottawa, the most penalized team in the OUA. First down, Carleton. Reminder, our Milk to Go Sport halftime coming your way in about 3.5 minutes. We'll have first half highlights and analysis, and of course hear from the respective head coaches. Aruda trying to dig the Ravens out of difficult field position. He has a first down. Ottawa bringing the blitz again. It's been picked up. Aruda throwing downfield. The ball hangs on. It's intercepted. Luke Breeze has his 4th interception of the season.
Breeze from his center field spot made the run stop on Nathan Carter on the first offensive play of that drive, and then reading it well, saw where Aruda wanted to go by following his eyes, and then goes and high points the football and brings it down. Great play by the Ottawa defensive back. Breeze range into his left, high points it like a receiver. Coming down with it, big time turnover from the GG's defense that has been fairly stout here today. Breeze going and getting it.
GG's with momentum as Aruda is intercepted for the 2nd time in this opening half after having not thrown an interception since week 1 of the season.
Only had thrown 2 on the year, and both of those coming in week 1, but greasing the wheel for the defense on that turnover.
Leads the OUA now with 4 interceptions. And a ball hawk secondary that now has 10. Second down and 8 for Ottawa with 2:49 to go in the first half. Bittner with time. Wide open is Dawson O'Day. A flag in the GG's backfield. And O'Day scrambles close to the first down marker. Looks like a holding call against the GG's. And Bittner still favoring that right shoulder on his throwing arm.
That's right, he's still working it out. There's a flag on the other side of the play as well in the defensive backfield as Bittner gets it out to O'Day in the flats.
Holding, Ottawa, unnecessary roughness, face mask, Carleton.
Wow.
5-yard difference, results in a first down.
Penalties continue to hurt the Ravens as the GGs take their second flag of the game.
And that one in particular would have had Ottawa off the field on offense, but they take an unnecessary roughness penalty, boneheaded, and keep the GG's drive alive.
So Ottawa with a new set of downs, first down at the Carleton 46. Wind at their back. Bittner favoring that throwing arm, staying in the game, facing the heat. Now he's in trouble and sacked as the Ravens swallow him near center field.
Well, it's a good thing the pressure got there for Carleton, because Kalen Beaver was about to break free again on the post route in man coverage. Had a step. Bittner just did not have enough time to get rid of the football as much as he wanted to. Check this out. He's about to let it go, and then pressure in his face, so has to pull it down, and then all kinds of Ravens on him for the sack.
The Raven front seven might be the strongest part of their team. So much speed and movement could be bewildering for an offensive line. Second down, Ottawa. Bittner scrambling out of the pocket. He's bought himself some time. He wants his receiver to go downfield. What an effort! It's incomplete. Harrison Tallyho, surrounded by Ravens, nearly got it.
He had 2 mitts on it, and great job by Bittner on the run, directing traffic, saying, Tallyho, get down the sideline, I'm going to throw it down the rail, and Wiley going up and battling him for it. Seemed like Tallyho did get 2 mitts on it, but Wiley knocks it out of his hands. Check it out. You go deep, I'm going to try to hook up with you. Almost a completion.
Ravens now on the punt return as Jalen Jana slipping his way across the 20 and taken down shy of the 25-yard line. 1:55 to go in the half, and the Ravens go back on offense. Jana has been so hungry to get into the football game, be part of this football team. He has terrific speed. Been used mostly on special teams so far here today.
You can see he's just got that quick twitch ability. It seems like a twitchy athlete that has the potential to make an explosive play at a moment's notice.
First down, Carleton at their own 24. Manchelenko wide to the near side. There's the stretch handoff to Nathan Carter. Carter hit quickly as he crosses the 25.
Big number 99, Francis Perreault, coming down the line. Check out the OUA interception leaders, and into the lead with that pick on the last series. Luke Reese with 4. Jamie Harry, his buddy and teammate, has 3 on the season. Then a couple Ravens in there too.
Yeah, John Edward picking up his 3rd of the season in the first quarter. Second and about 9 for Carleton. Aruda throwing deep downfield, looking for a Loki, and it's overthrown. 2 GG defenders in coverage, Grease and Cody Cranston, and so the Ravens will have to punt with 1:25 to go until halftime.
Aruda going back to his big target, Aloki on the wide side fade route. Difficult throw to get out there from an arm strength perspective, but that one was placed much better than the one that Luke Grease picked off on the last series. As you can see, where the ball was placed on the outside shoulder of Aloki, so Grease couldn't quite get there for the INT.
Domagala to punt. The dangerous Kalen Beaver for Ottawa back to receive at his 42. He can turn the field position. That was nearly blocked. Harry was close. Ball will bounce across center. Scooped up by Beaver. Beaver breaks 1 tackle and is wrestled down for a loss on the play at the 51-yard line.
Ravens head coach Steve Samara with his hands in the air, wondering how come there was no roughing the punter on Michael Domagala, who gets it off and Beaver fields it and gets about as much as he can. Anytime there's contact with the punter, imagine a flag is probably going to follow.
Good question. Rod Kinga making the tackle for Carleton as the GGs scrimmage first down at their own 50. Bittner 6 of 14 for 111 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Ravens showing the blitz. Here they come, and they've got Dawson O'Day planted for a loss on the play.
Kenyanyeka in there as they fill up all those gaps. And you mentioned it, Mark. They're run blitzing this Ottawa team on first down, trying to force the ball into Bittner's hands for passing situations. And there hasn't been much room lately for O'Day to run as he gets slammed to the turf by Onyeka.
Devin Bowen was appealing to the officials. He was nearly disrobed on the play. His jersey was pulled right off his pads. Thought he should have been a hold. Here's Bittner in traffic, gets it away to Jason Lee Jones. He's met by Josh Walsh. What a battle, though, as Jones has a gain of about 7. They'll be short of the first down.
Bittner gets it out to Jones, and Walsh hanging on until the bitter end to ride him down to the ground. Penalty flag down on the field could extend this Ottawa drive.
It is Walsh who is down on one knee. As the Carleton athletic staff attends to him.
Hands to the face. Carleton, 10 yards. Still second down.
Ravens continue to take flagrant penalties.
They really do. That yardage has piled up, and once again, for the second drive in a row, they keep the GG's offense on the field with a penalty.
46 seconds to go in the opening half.
Here we go, strap them up.
Milk to go sport at the half. Coming right up with our first half analysis and highlights and coaching interviews. And Walsh now up and under his own steam as he makes his way off the field. But a chance here for the GGs to put some points on the board before the half.
Walsh looks like he's all right after hanging on to Jones.
Ravens penalized 8 times so far in this first half for 80 yards. 2nd and 1, Ottawa.
Yeah. We got.
More whistles on the play as Dylan St. Pierre went down on one knee. Looked like he was just adjusting his footwear. Well, the referee, Bill Seghetti, has come off the field behind the Carleton bench.
It's like a timing issue. The clock ran 3 seconds off of it before the play was even blown in. But imagine that's what he's talking to.
He's ordering takeout.
About.
He's ordering takeout for halftime. Like Gabriel's Pizza, maybe. So 46 seconds on the clock. Pizza's on the way.
You need the energy if you're running around with these young bucks. And watch it down with milk to go.
There we go. 2nd and 1, Ottawa. Ravens need a big stop. They won't get it as O'Day slips through the line of scrimmage, then is hammered by Jack Kazar and drilled backwards, but not until the pint-sized running back has an Ottawa first down. And getting very close to field goal range.
O'Day continues to pick his way against the Carleton defense. You know, come to mind, Mr. Peanut is here too, so if you need a snack, why not throw those in there?
14-14 football game. GG's threatening to take the lead. Downfield ball. It's caught by Caleb Beaver for a first down. Beaver climbs the ladder with 28 seconds to go.
Beaver has been so dangerous on the seam route, gets free against zone coverage this time, and Bittner puts it in the hole right where it needs to be, but you see the athleticism from Beaver going up to get it.
Stumbling, it's Bittner in the grasp, he throws it away. 2nd down. Ottawa in the red zone with 18 seconds to go.
Bittner in the grasp about all he could do to get that ball away, and there you see him hitting Beaver to put the GG's in legitimate field goal range.
Beaver beating Edouard, the boundary corner, and Veltri, the Will linebacker, on the play. Bittner 7 for 15, 136 through the air, and 2 touchdowns. The play is whistled down. Looks like a timeout called by Carleton. 7 seconds on the play clock.
Jamie Barisi's not going to like that. They had a receiver screen set up to Kalen Beaver. Looked like they had him outnumbered on the strong side of the field. Good timeout, though, by Carleton.
Good timeout. Steve Samara seeing the vulnerability of his defense. And so a field goal attempt. There's only 4 seconds left on the game clock. The play clock reset to 20. This will be a 32-yard attempt for Campbell Fair, his longest 38. He was wide earlier today from 37. This is to take the lead. Ball is up and good. And there's a scuffle after the play between the Ravens and Gigi's as Campbell Fair splits the uprights from 32 yards, and Ottawa will go to the break with the lead.
An entertaining first half. Lots of emotion back and forth, big plays, swings in energy. The Gigi's respond with the last jab, we'll say, of the half to go up 17-14, and it really seems like Sawyer Bittner is settling in.
Settling in after being hammered and injured and coming back with that injured arm, throwing arm. He has stepped up, and his team has the lead at the half as we go to the sidelines. And here's Stephen Marchand.
Thanks, guys. Here with Jamie Barisi. Jamie, tie game. Ottawa with the late field goal. With the late field goal. Sorry, but it was close for most of it. What went well in that first half for you guys?
Well, I mean, we were a little bit poised. I mean, there's up and down, and you know, I was impressed with the way Sawyer hung in there. Although he took a couple sacks, that's probably my fault for getting him into that protection. But he's hung in there for us, and he's done a decent job. You know, we're without Bryce right now. We're scrambling a little bit, but our kids have hung in there good. So I'm pleased with their effort. I'm pleased with the defensive effort as well. The other part to this, I think, I believe we've led the country in penalties, and I think we've only had 1. So that's a positive. Hopefully we can keep that up.
Thanks, Jamie. Back to you guys.
All right, Stephen. Last play of the half. A 32-yard field goal from Campbell Fair gives the Ottawa Gigi's a 17-14 lead over the Carleton Ravens at halftime of the 50th Panda game.
The empire that we knew is dead. We got to build a brand new one from the start.
Woo! Do I know ahead or do I know ahead? So I want this built with family sweat, tears, and blood.
This is supposed to be about music.
You couldn't have known.
An all-new Empire, Wednesday at 8 on CHCH.
I want students coming out of this program to understand what forensic psychology is. I want them to figure out how are we going to answer questions. We're trying to delve into the mind of these offenders. Understand the human mind is very challenging.
Arthritis affects 1 in 4 adults in North America. It causes joint pain, restricts mobility, and diminishes the quality of life. If arthritis is affecting your knees or wrists, try Revlex Arthritis Pain Relief. Patented formula, odorless, non-messy roll-on. Apply a thin layer of Revlex Arthritis Pain Relief regularly to help relieve the pain so you can move, exercise, and play freely. Visit RevlexRelief.com for more information. Proud partner of the Arthritis Society of Canada.
The Panda Game on CHCH, brought to you by Milk to Go Sport, exclusive dairy partner, fuel to keep your body going. Wilson, the official football of the OUA, and IG Wealth Management. New look, same network of trusted professionals. Welcome to our Milk to Go halftime report from Ottawa. Milk to Go Sport, fuel to keep your body going, and fans still making their way into the stadium where the Ravens trail the GGs 17-14 at the half. Well, the rebirth of college football at Carleton in 2013 has been huge for the school's spirit, especially in the fall semester. But Canada's capital university is most proud of its development into a dynamic research and teaching institution.
We believe a place can change your life. An established university with proud scholars, chairs, and award holders, where students are prepared for real-world jobs, to critically think and change the world. With unique programs you won't find anywhere else, a place that values collaboration as much as competition, with national varsity sports teams, and home to Canada's 13th-time CIS champion men's basketball team. With over 1,000 research projects underway, more than $55 million in sponsored funding, and over $42 million in scholarships and bursaries awarded to undergraduates and graduates alike. A place like no other. Carleton University, Canada's capital university.
From the banks of the canal, we go downtown to Ottawa as we take a look at this capacity crowd here at TD Place Stadium for the 50th Panda Game. And you know, the Panda Game is awfully special for Ottawa. I mean, they started it back in 1955, but it's just one piece of what makes that university so outstanding. Ottawa happens to be the largest bilingual university in the world, a school that has made advances in science, medicine, engineering, and the humanities.
I came to Ottawa U and there was just this feeling, a sense of togetherness, just a real team atmosphere. You know, I couldn't really explain it. I left the visit the next day and I knew 100% that I wanted to come to Ottawa U.
Well, my first Panda Game was 2013, and so to be able to be a part of that tradition, it was awesome. It was a wonderful experience, and to come away with the victory was phenomenal.
Time when I committed to the University of Ottawa, they were also a top 5 nationally ranked team, and that was something that I wanted to be part of. There was a great feeling of a brotherhood, of a family. I wanted to be part of what they were building.
Ottawa U was always a team that, you know, just had a lot of rich history and a lot of great players. You know, you're talking about legendary players in the CFL Hall of Fame that came from that school.
The GG legacy to me essentially just means always standing up for what you believe in, always working towards being a better person and a better player and teammate.
Well, the Panda Game, as I mentioned, dates back to 1955. It has become the biggest regular season university football game in the country. Another crowd expected today in excess of 24,000. It is a game, a crosstown rivalry that is full of history and folklore.
As the world was rocking around the clock in 1955, here in Ottawa, the GGs and Carleton Ravens were rocking on the gridiron, battling for local football bragging rights and a stuffed bear named Pedro. Panda nappings, pigs released on the field at halftime, water balloons slingshotted across the field. The shenanigans and the huge crowds made Panda a national football treasure.
You never play in front of a crowd like that, until that level. During the school week, our classmates would be telling us, well, we've got this house party we're going to, we've got the pancake breakfast, then it's all everybody walking down the canal to the game. And I know the same was going on at Carleton. They'd have their pregame parties and they'd walk down the canal. And so the two schools coming together from opposite ends of the canal here at Lansdowne Park for what was just a tremendous rivalry.
2013 marked the return of the Panda game. And as you might expect, the expansion Ravens lost. Things changed in 2014.
It was pretty surreal. I mean, in the moment, I think 5 seconds left on the clock, something like that, you're not really thinking about the grand scheme of things when you're just trying to get to the next play. So then the play happens. Our guys get to me in the end zone. We're kind of all on the ground, standing over and over again. We just won. And in that moment, it happened. It was incredibly surreal. It's like what we just won.
Hang on to your horses, GG fans, and shake your tail feathers, Ravens. The latest chapter in Canada's storied CIS football rivalry will be completed in the second half.
Second half of this 50th Panda game still to come, with the GGs leading the Ravens 17-14 at the half. And the Ravens on a 4-game Panda winning streak, 2 of them decided in overtime, and of course in 2014 that thrilling Hail Mary to Nate Bahar. Can Ottawa stop the Ravens streak? We'll find out as our coverage continues from the 2018 Panda game.
Jessica's new book is out.
Are we rich? Can we get a pet puma?
And Louis dreams big.
What do you say? Wongs across America?
Is that my driver's license photo?
The season premiere of Fresh Off the Boat, Friday at 8.
I was living my dream. One day, I was overwhelmed with chronic pain and depression, and I was struggling to get my disability benefits. Thanks to Kotak Law, I was taken good care of.
We are your trusted disability lawyers. At Kotak Law, we will fight to ensure that you get the benefits you deserve.
Welcome back to our Milk to Go halftime report here at Panda Game 5-0, where the Ottawa GGs have a 17-14 lead over the Carleton Ravens on Campbell Fair's 32-yard field goal on the last play of the first half. This has been a seesaw battle. The GGs have their first lead of the game in a game that began with a bang on that spectacular play by Carleton.
Right away, you got to be ready in the Panda game. You never know what's going to come, and that trick play touchdown that Quinton Soares hit Walker for really got it started with a bang, and you didn't expect it coming out, so that's why Carleton pulls it out of their bag of tricks. Walker hauling it in over the shoulder and going all the way to the house to get us off to a very quick start, but Ottawa used an interception after that to change the equation as Sawyer Bittner hits Carter Matheson for the touchdown, going up and getting it while taking a shot in the end zone. But then Mike Arruda and the Ravens offense found a rhythm of their own as he floats it over the middle for what looks like the easy score to Soares, who's thrown one and caught one in the game. But Bittner really settled in that second quarter, and it seemed to happen when he went to Kalen Beaver a little more often, and there he hits him down the seam. You see the speed, the yak ability. He can really turn some short catches into long gains. Did that on the touchdown.
You look at the first half statistics, and what really jumps out are the penalty yards. Carleton with 80 so far and just 15 for Ottawa.
And Ottawa head coach Jamie Greasy talked about it, the most penalized team coming in the OUA. They only have one today, and that's a large reason why they're up 3 at halftime.
Turnovers also critical for Carleton, as Mike Arruda threw a pair of interceptions in that opening half, and Sawyer Bittner with 2 touchdown passes and a pick and hanging in against a heated Carleton blitz. Let's go to the sidelines now, and here's Stephen Marchand with Steve Samara.
Thanks, Mark. Here with Steve Samara. And Steve, if Panda history has taught us anything, it's that this game is never over until it's over. What do the Ravens need to do to take home the win in this second half?
I think the biggest thing is just, no mental mistakes and better job on just simple execution. We made too many mistakes, and in that half, you can't do that against good teams. You're going to take advantage of it.
And what kind of players are you specifically looking to pull their weight here in this second half?
It's your usual guys, but at the end of the day, it always wins and loses on the offensive and defensive line. So, it's going to come down to those guys and how well we do with those guys.
Thanks. Good luck, Steve. Back to you guys.
All right, Stephen, we're all set for the second half of this Panda game, and believe it or not, the fans are still filing into the stadium. More than 24,000 tickets have been sold, a capacity sellout for this 50th Panda game.
At least I'll get here for the finish, because you always know it's dramatic.
Yeah, some fans have missed half the game, though. That's the downside. It was an exciting first half of football. Some big hits, as we always expect to see in the Panda game. I was impressed with Sawyer Bittner. He stood in there, taking some hellacious shots, and has engineered his team back into the lead.
Bittner in his first Panda game start almost had to be forced out of the game after taking a massive shot from Jack Kasser. Worked his throwing shoulder out on the sideline, comes back in, throwing a touchdown pass after to Kalen Beaver, and that arm seems to be all right for Bittner.
All right, we're set to go, and Stephen Marchand with an excellent job at the halftime with the coaches' interviews for Gabriel Pizza, Ottawa's bigger, better pizza. And we are underway as Mike Damagala kicks the ball to Kalen Beaver, the speedster for Ottawa, gets a block, heads upfield, and avoids the shot going down near the Ottawa 35-yard line. So the GGs will start on offense. The sun shining here in the nation's capital on a glorious autumn day for football and the Panda game. Bittner, he knew what to expect. He was told about the crowds and the huge emotional swings that this game can produce, and he settled in.
He really has. It hasn't been too big of a moment or crowd or atmosphere for Bittner.
First down, Ottawa at their own 23. Bittner handing off in a huge hole for Dawson O'Day. Breaks the first tackle and scrambles his way close to the 30. Dawson O'Day, one of the 2 outstanding running backs in this game that we're keeping a close eye on here today. O'Day, number 2 in yards per gain on the ground this year in the OUA with 98.7. His gain of 8 yards on first down, second in about 3. Back to O'Day, and he's met in the backfield by Devin Bowen for a loss. And this will force the GGs to punt.
Devin Bowen has really stepped up for this Carleton Ravens defense this year. The leader, emotionally, head coach Steve Samara has said, and he's almost been living in opponents' backfields, as you see right there with the penetration.
Tevin's been a work in progress. 4 years he has worked to become a starter this year. And as you mentioned, he is the vocal leader. Low snap. Legendre gets a spiraling kick away. Jenna at his own 37 with a straight arm, manages to get free, cuts upfield, still on his feet, and finally dragged down at the 50-yard line. So terrific field position for the Ravens as they go on offense.
Let's see if it gets better. There's a flag down on the field. So we'll take a look at the two running backs that we're following today. Dawson O'Day has the edge, and Ottawa would show that in their time of possession. Nathan Carter has had a couple seams here and there, Mark, but for the most part been stacked up fairly well against GG's defense.
Holding penalty against Carleton. I believe their 9th of the game. Will bring the ball back inside the 30 to the 29, where the Ravens will start on first down. Aruda, hands off. Carter, hell-bent for election into a heap of humanity, will have a gain of about 6.
Carter plowing his way through there, as it was indeed a holding call that backed the Ravens up to start this drive, but second in favorable situation here. Opens up the playbook for Aruda, who has tried to get the ball to some of his bigger targets, and when that's happened, it's really the Ravens offense that has been more successful from them.
2nd and 4, Carleton. Davis, 92, is in at rush end for Placini on this passing down. Here comes the blitz. Ball is away to the flats. It's complete to Manchelenko. Gets a good block outside and pushed out of bounds. Dominic Walker with a block out on the wide side of the field to help spring the fleet-footed receiver Manchelenko. And a first down.
When you run the receiver screen, Manchelenko is going to get it here. It's so critical that your other fellow receivers get the blocks, and there's Walker working away on the outside to get Manchelenko to the edge for the first down.
Ravens at their own 40. GG's a blitz-heavy defense. This time it's a reverse straight arm, and it's Phil Aloki with nowhere to go as the GGs string it out right into their bench. And this will be a loss for Carleton. The GGs were complaining that Aloki got his hand up in a face mask there on the straight arm.
He might have, but how about Placini, the defensive end, chasing down a receiver, forcing him out of bounds?
Zach Placini, third-year criminology student out of Hamilton. So it's a loss of about 6. 2nd and 16. Grease showing blitz from the safety position. Now he backs off. There's a flag. Aruda with time. Now he's flushed, being chased down. Baranek diving, can't get to the Carleton quarterback, who throws it away at the last minute as he goes out of bounds. Aruda had nobody open as he tried to buy himself time, but another flag on the play.
Aruda bought himself as much time as he possibly could as the officials figure out why that laundry's on the turf.
Here's the call from Bill Seghetti. Offside Ottawa, so a reprieve for the Ravens.
First down, Reed.
Move the sticks 5 yards, make it 2nd and 11. Carleton needing a drive, needing to find some rhythm on their offense. They've yet to find that really in this football game, except for perhaps that one series that ended in the Soares touchdown reception. 2nd and 11. 5-man rush from Ottawa. Pumping, knocked down. It is Rashawn Davis with the knockdown, and the Ravens have to punt. Davis coming back to this team after off-season shoulder surgery. 3 sacks in 2 games coming into the Panda.
We had Manchelenko ISO'd in one-on-one coverage. Looked like there was a defender over top playing him high.
It just took too long to develop. Damagala to punt. Oh, he shanked it. An end-over-end punt, bouncing at the 45 and rolling out a touch to Beaver at the 43-yard line. So the GGs will have terrific field position as they take over after the Ravens were unable to move the ball, as this third quarter is nicely underway.
You can explain anything that you see or hear or taste or smell with chemistry. Teaching and learning is a very human thing. It's a human endeavor. You've got to get human beings together. The scientific method is a way for finding the truth. Students can get an answer to a question that nobody else has ever answered before, mastering things that they had no concept of. So we keep evolving. We keep standing on the shoulders of the people that came before us.
There's still time to get Ford employee pricing.
It's the real deal. The price I pay is the same price you pay.
I get over $15,000 on this F-150.
Ford employee pricing is amazing. It's easy as starting a car.
Driving my Escape makes me feel proud. It's pretty cool looking.
I feel empowered. A lot of people turn and look when I drive my F-150.
Driving the Explorer makes me feel like the king of the road. It's everything I want in a vehicle.
It's your last chance to take advantage.
It all ends October 1st.
To celebrate the 350 Teen Burger, we went somewhere a little different. People say we make the best tasting burger in Canada.
Canada?
What's the name of the company?
It's called A&W. How does it taste?
It's a nice burger.
This is so yummy. That burger is just $3.50 Canadian. It's under £2. Really? £2. Is that a good deal?
Yeah.
Bargain.
Bargain. This is everything I want in a burger. Gherkins, mustard, bacon.
That's a banging burger.
You can only get this in Canada.
Oh, really?
You ever been to Canada?
I haven't, but I'm going to go now.
For a short time, teen burgers are just $3.50.
Mike and Carrie each came to Cash Money for loans. Will they choose a short-term payday loan or a line of credit?
The payday loan. I only need the money for about 2 weeks or so.
And Carrie?
Definitely the line of credit. I need $500 now, but I might need more later. And I don't think I can pay back the full amount in 2 weeks.
Wait, you don't have to pay back the full amount in 2 weeks?
That's right.
Maybe I want the line of credit.
Payday loan or line of credit. Which will you choose?
Cash money, love my cash money.
The Panda Game on CHCH, brought to you by Milk to Go Sport, exclusive dairy partner, fuel to keep your body going. Wilson, the official football of the OUA, and IG Wealth Management. New look, same network of trusted professionals. Capacity crowd here at TD Place Stadium for the 50th Panda Game. GG's and the Ravens, Ottawa leading 17-14 and on offense. 2nd and 5 after a quick carry of 5 for O'Day. Sawyer Bittner in his first ever Panda game. He's completed just under 50% of his passes, but for 2 touchdowns, he's taken a licking. He gets the ball away. It's complete to the wide side of the field, but shy of the first down. Dylan St. Pierre making the catch, and on defense, the tackle made by the first-year man Reed Wiley. So 3rd and a yard. GG's.
Bittner gets it out to St. Pierre on the sit-down route, but as a receiver, you need to take that extra step or 2 to make sure you get past the sticks, and it would have just required 1 more there, as it's going to be 3rd and less than a yard.
So Jamie Barisi sends out some extra hoggies, and Ottawa will go for it. 3rd and less than a yard at their 51. 3 backs in the backfield. Bittner gets a little help from behind again, and looks like he'll have the first down. And was that Dawson O'Day giving him another push from behind like he did in the first half?
Presence of mind to help out his quarterback, because it looked like on the initial surge that Bittner wasn't going to get it, but O'Day, that little powerhouse that he is, pushing his big quarterback over the line to gain.
Sawyer Bittner, 3 years of junior football in Regina. In 2015, he quarterbacked Team Canada to victory over the United States in the International Bowl at AT&T Stadium. And now getting a taste of the big leagues of the OUA in this Panda game. He'll hand off. O'Day cuts against the grain. He's got a first down and more as Edouard takes him out of bounds after a gain of about 15. So hard to contain, so shifty, and so smart at finding his lanes.
Slippery too, almost like he set it up that way. One step inside, juke back outside, and then it's off to the races. Got to be chased out of bounds by Edouard. Great run.
They'll go back to O'Day. He runs into traffic and is brought down by Jack Kazar of the Ravens after a gain of 4.
O'Day has really had more of his success on the perimeter, not in between the tackles as Ottawa goes hurry up.
2nd and 6. Bittner going deep, wide open is Beaver. Touchdown! Kalen Beaver with his 2nd major of the game. Bittner with his 3rd touchdown pass. 37 yards on the scoring play.
Beaver again down the seam, popping wide open as they send a bunch formation, 3 receivers into the boundary. And Kalen Beaver is not someone that you can leave uncovered. Bittner hits him as he takes it to the house.
The point after. It's good. And the GGs are up 24-14. The Panda rookie, Bittner to Beaver, and the connection puts the GGs up by 10 here in the 50th Panda game.
This week on the CHCH Sunday Blockbuster.
Seen units like yours. They're outlaws.
If you have a problem,
Units like that pose a direct threat.
if no one else can help,
Fire everything!
you call the A-Team. Sunday at 8:30 on CHCH.
Yeah, I'll get 2 double-doubles.
Okay.
Hockey cards. And 2 packs of hockey cards.
Drive up, please.
Tim Hortons NHL trading cards. Just $1 with the purchase of any beverage.
There's still time to get Ford employee pricing.
It's the real deal. The price I pay is the same price you pay.
I get over $15,000 on this F-150.
Ford employee pricing is amazing. It's easy as starting a car.
Driving my Escape makes me feel proud.
It's pretty cool looking. I feel empowered. A lot of people turn and look when I drive my F-150.
Driving the Explorer makes me feel like the king of the road. It's everything I want in a vehicle.
It's your last chance to take advantage.
It all ends October 1st.
The quest for the Cup Campus Tour, fueled by Pioneer Energy, travels the province, attending major OUA events and championships. The football portion of the tour will conclude Saturday, November 10th, with the playing of the 111th Yates Cup. GG's up by 10. Kalen Beaver with 2 touchdown catches here today as the GG's leave it to Beaver in this football game. Jalen Jana breaks a tackle, reverses his field. How did he get out of there? Still on his feet. Jana across the 35. A thrilling return for Jalen Janap from Surrey, BC. But Kalen Beaver right now is the marquee player of this football game with 4 catches and 2 touchdowns. He was probably the most underutilized threat in the GG offense coming into this game, Justin. He had 5 receptions for 96 yards and a touchdown before today. They finally got the ball to him, and look at the numbers. 40-yard and 37-yard touchdown catches, and now Mike Arruda and the Ravens trying to answer back. Their offense has been dormant. A flag as Arruda gets the ball off, but this may be a time count as the play clock is down to 0.
Beaver is a difference maker.
Carleton, 5 yards, still first down.
So penalties continue to mount for this Ravens team, which you could hear the frustration in Coach Steve Samara's voice just before the start of the second half.
You certainly could. It's been one issue plaguing the Ravens in this game. And again, starting the drive in deeper position. It's also continued some drives for Ottawa, so the penalties need to go away for Carleton.
1st and 15 into the flats. Dominic Walker heads upfield. He'll get about halfway to the first down marker. Walker with that thrilling 78-yard touchdown catch from Quinton Soares on the flea flicker to open this Panda game. The former starter at Auburn.
What a talent. Need to get him the rock more and Phil Oloki and get that vertical passing game going. That's when Carleton's been at their best today.
2nd and 8. Big second down Ravens. Arruda looking downfield. And Soares has got it! Quinton Soares with a big catch in traffic.
Arruda just gets that football in there as Soares breaking free down the seam. Looked like it was against zone coverage, but multiple defenders in the area, including Jamie Harry, the all-Canadian cover man, can't get a hand on it. Soares hauls it in and then jumps on his own fumble for the big play.
First down Ravens. Arruda throws it up for Oloki. Oh, just outside his grasp as he was gone. Beating the coverage of Rashad Spooner on the play. Just overthrown.
Arruda identifies the pressure quickly, knows it's man coverage, and then just puts a ball up into the middle of the field. Oloki contorting his body, but just can't quite get to it. That would have been a miraculous grab.
2nd and 10. Carleton. Manchelenko and Oloki to the boundary. That's where Arruda's looking. Now he rolls out. Arruda looking for a receiver. It's complete to Walker with a flag on the play. Dominic Walker diving out of bounds with a first down.
Arruda once again extending the play with his feet. And the area that flag is down is probably going to be defensive pass interference against the GGs. Arruda seems to be comfortable on the run. As you mentioned, Mark, he's a dual threat guy coming out of CJEP and sticks that ball in there to Walker.
Ottawa, that penalty's declined. First down.
You had it, Justin. So the pass interference against the GGs is declined. First down reception from Arruda to Walker. And the Ravens marching for the first time in an eternity, it seems, on offense.
It has been a while. Arruda's got him going as Walker comes off to the field. Different packaging for Carleton.
First down at the Ottawa 11. Soares and Oloki to the field this time. Arruda throwing it up deep for Oloki. Jump ball. It's intercepted.
Arruda thought he had Soares or Oloki breaking free. 2 receivers in the same area. But Jamie Harry, the most aggressive of them all, the Ottawa GG's defensive back, all Canadian type talent, one of the best cover men in the country, going and getting the football for himself.
Jamie Harry with his 4th interception of the season. to move him back into a tie in the OUA lead with Luke Breeze, who has one here today for his fourth.
Neruda sees pressure up the middle again, and it seems like he has man coverage, but there is one free defender on the play, and that was Jamie Harry in the middle of the field. He goes and finds the football.
Massive turnover, third interception thrown here today by Mike Aruda. Bittner handing off to O'Day. He's got daylight outside, and he's finally collared after he has the first down. Justin Veltri making the tackle for Carleton as O'Day goes over the 100-yard mark in this football game.
That's right, O'Day has got it going and burst off some bigger runs here as the second half has gotten going. Look at him squirt to the outside. That's where he's been at his best, is on the periphery.
The pitch is to O'Day. He breaks one tackle, then he's caught for a loss on the play on his 18th carry of the game. So he has done the yeoman's work on this offense for Sawyer Bittner, who has responded from the great pressure he's faced here today with 3 touchdown passes. And that's the story. Bittner, a Panda game rookie with 3 touchdown passes, and Aruda of Carleton with 3 interceptions.
As you see Jamie Harry making that bigger interception, the 17th ranked prospect on the CFL Scouting Bureau list for 2019.
Bittner to throw, and it's incomplete and lost in the sunshine. Dylan St. Pierre, the intended receiver for Ottawa, and so the GGs will be forced to punt.
Bittner wanted it all there, sensed an opportunity to get a deep ball into St. Pierre. His receiver gets turned around on the play as Bittner talking about it on the sidelines.
Dominic Walker and Jalen Jenna back to receive this punt from Loic Legendre. He shanked it. Bouncing right into the hands of Jenna. Jenna squirts free up the sideline, still going and stretches to the midfield stripe. Jenna has been electric on kick returns here today, somehow finding a crease when he's surrounded by the GG cover team. Ottawa up by 10, 24-14. Late in the third quarter of this 50th Panda game in Ottawa.
Comwave is knocking out the competition again. Introducing the Comwave Triple Play. Get your home phone with unlimited local calling, unlimited internet, and TV with over 75 channels, all for only $89.95 a month.
That's right. Get all 3 services: home phone, unlimited internet, and TV with over 75 channels, including TSN, Sportsnet, W Network, CNN, and more. All for only $89.95 a month. Call now and get up to 6 months absolutely free and no charge for installation.
So let me get this straight. I get a home phone line,
unlimited internet, so no more overage charges,
TV with over 75 channels, all for only $89.95 a month?
Now that's a great deal.
It's time to knock out the big phone and cable companies with Comwave.
Call 1-866-518-5321. That's 1-866-518-5321. Call now.
Rethink skincare with Silken. State-of-the-art technology, expertly designed for home use. Natural beauty, now within your reach.
Gabriel Pizza, proud supporter of varsity sports. Gabriel Pizza, home of the bigger, better pizza. 310-7777 or GabrielPizza.com.
A reminder, our next broadcast on CHCH, the 111th Yates Cup, presented by Milk to Go Sports, coming up November 11th at 1 o'clock. Site to be determined, but right now you'd have to think Western is the favorite to host the Yates Cup, the defending Yates Cup and Vanier Cup champions. So the Ravens coach Steve Samara frustrated moments ago after his team took its 11th penalty, a holding call on that punt return by Jenna. So instead of having it at the 55, they start at their own 28. What's that, 27-yard difference?
That's right. Huge for field position.
Injured Raven down on the field. Looks like Nolan McGreer as we look out of town, and it's Guelph leading Laurier 27-24 in the fourth quarter. Your alma mater
came back from 21-7 down.
Wow. And Queens leading Western 23-12.
That would be a massive upset.
On a day of perhaps upsets on our Censure out of town scoreboard.
So maybe the Yates Cup won't be in London, partner.
There you go.
You never know.
Laurier quarterback Tristan Arndt with 6 interceptions today against that Guelph defense.
Yeah,
that stout
change the story
defense.
Of the game. I don't know if we should give him that much credit, but
my partner, a 5-year starter at quarterback for the Griffins, so he has a soft spot for Guelph, but they're quickly building a season.
They are. That would be a big win at Laurier homecoming, no less.
And how about Laurier? Wow, that would be their 3rd loss in a row if this is the result here today. So they get big Nolan McGreer, the 5th-year left tackle, up on his feet for the Ravens, and he heads off the field.
Steve Samara thought Nolan McGreer might literally be the biggest center in the country, or maybe that he's ever coached at 6'8".
Massive. Well, it was 1 year ago that the GGs had the tragic news of the loss of their teammate Loic Mayembe, who died just as Panda Week was starting in his sleep. And the Ravens made the magnanimous gesture of engraving 49 more than a game on the Panda trophy as their inscription for 2017, and that was so warmly received by everyone at Ottawa.
Great gesture.
2nd down. Ravens stay on the ground. They'll be shy of the 1st down as Carter rumbles up the gut for a gain of about 5. So the Ravens send their punt unit onto the field after a terrific drive downfield that ended in that interception by Jamie Harry. They stall once again and will have to turn the ball back over.
I feel like we're going to look back on that interception by Jamie Harry in the end zone as potentially the game-changing play. That's possibly how you look at it. For sure a 7-point swing, and maybe even turns out to be more.
Ravens have been penalized 11 times for 105 yards so far in this game. It's been a huge factor. Domagala just gets the ball away. At the 39, it's Jamie Harry, left and right, and now he's free. Harry knocked down. No, he's still on his feet as Domagala bounced off the returner. And Ottawa with sparkling field position at the Carleton side of the field, about the 44-yard line to start this series.
Harry's showing he's got skills other than just covering people and picking off the football. When he's got it in his hands, he looks like a natural receiver or running back.
Well, remember, he came to Ottawa because he said he was excited to play for Jamie Barisi on offense as a receiver, and they quickly converted him to a defensive back.
That's right. And it's turned out to pay off pretty well playing DB, but he can still do some damage as a returner.
Bittner with some confidence now. 3 touchdown passes. Loading up, throwing deep. Wide open again is Matheson, and he dropped the football. Carter Matheson got in behind Rod Kinga.
Bittner put it on the money. You really can't place it any better than that. Outside shoulder. Matheson had 2 hands on it. He's going to look back on film and want that one back. Sure touchdown dropped.
Carter Matheson still looking for his first touchdown catch of the year. Only had 1 year of high school football before coming to Ottawa, and he has blossomed. Here they go again. Bittner throwing the out route to Matheson, and it's incomplete. So a tough series for Carter Matheson. That may well have buried the Ravens.
It could have. Literally, Matheson the game on his hands, drops a touchdown, and then on second down runs a little out route. Would have had the first down if he could have hauled that in. The ball was a little bit slow or behind Matheson, I should say.
Legendre's punt, low and bouncing. Oh, a dangerous play for the Raven returner. Jenna, did he lose the ball? The GG say they've got it. Carleton looking for a flag, a no yards flag. The officials conferring right now. Both teams unsure of what's going on. There is a flag on the field. Let's take another look.
Jana, for some reason, tries to dive on that loose ball, but he doesn't have to because the punter is not down there anywhere near it. Unnecessary play there, or decision.
Oh, this is critical. Here's the call from Bill Szigeti. GG say it's their ball. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. This would be a game changer.
Holding. Carleton. That penalty is declined. First down.
Wow. Ravens' 12th penalty declined. Jana turns the ball over on a risky move to try to catch that punt in the air. And it is Ottawa. First down. Ball on the Carleton 17. Bittner. Throwing it deep. Diving. Touchdown. Dylan St. Pierre. Bittner has come alive at Panda 5-0. And the north side goes wild.
Bittner throws this ball in a perfect spot once again, really found his rhythm, and St. Pierre laying out. What a grab.
Great catch. Point after is good. And the GGs have a stranglehold on the Panda game with 1:41 to go here in the third quarter, and the Ravens in trouble.
Just when it appeared that Carter Matheson dropped a potential dagger, it's St. Pierre going and getting it, tracking the football the whole way, winning in man coverage for the touchdown. Bittner spotting it. The GG's offense feeling it.
Dylan Bittner with his 4th touchdown catch of the season to lead the GGs. And they're celebrating at the Ottawa bench.
As they should be. The offense has been on fire, especially to come out in this third quarter. 2 touchdowns already. Bittner settling in. Seems to be feeding off the energy inside this sold-out stadium at TD Place.
This Ottawa offense has really come alive in the last couple of weeks. Struggling in the first 3 weeks of the season. Losing 39-21 at Laurier, then scraping past McMaster 18-11, and then beating Guelph 12-10. They just couldn't seem to get their offense on track. Last week they put up 42, beating York, and now they've got 31 on the board and lead Carleton here in the Panda game. Jana this time trying to be sure with the football. Breaks the tackle and hustles across the 25. So hard to bring down. He always seems to break first and second contact.
He really does. Seems to be a slippery dude when he's got his hands on the ball, but that decision that he made on the last potential change of possession on the punt cost the Ravens 7 points.
So Carleton now in a 3-score game, down 31-14. Arruda has thrown 3 interceptions. His first picks since week 1. There's some movement on the line of scrimmage and flags fly again. Looks like a procedure call in Carleton. They've already taken a dozen penalties in this game, and they're going to move them back again.
There's another one. Undisciplined Ravens squad so far.
Procedure, Carleton, 5 yards, first down repeated.
Ravens really struggling on offense to get in sync. 12 penalties for 110 yards in this football game. The GGs, normally heavily penalized, have played inside the stripes accordingly, and they have the lead. Here's Carleton sliding up the gut. Good first down carry.
Go back to the touchdown catch. What an effort from St. Pierre. Bittner throws it to the back of the end zone, lets his receiver go and get it, snatches it. Great plays made by this GG's offense.
Time and time again, the GG receivers are getting behind the Raven defenders. Wiley burned on that play. 2nd and 6 for Mike Arruda. He goes to the wide side. Dominic Walker going nowhere. Cody Cranston has him wrapped up, and the Ravens are going to have to punt. Ravens will have to turn the ball back over as we go down to the sidelines, and here's Stephen Marchand.
Hey guys, I'm here with Brad Sinopoli, one of the GG's alumni and Ottawa Red Blacks wide receiver. Putting you on the spot here just a little bit. What are your thoughts on the game so far, Brad?
Oh, it's been a great game. It's been back and forth, a lot of exciting plays. Just happy now that the GG's have pulled away, but it's been a great game.
And how would you compare the atmosphere to this game to a game that you would normally play as part of the Red Blacks here?
Man, it's right up there. I mean, we were just walking around the concourse, and it's exciting in the stands, and even just to watch the other side, because they're all GGs over there, just seeing them get hyped for the last touchdown. It's been awesome. So great experience for the fans and for the guys playing.
Perfect. Thanks. Brad Sinopoli, one of the many alumni here, sending it back up to the booth.
Brad Sinopoli, one of the best quarterbacks in the history of the University of Ottawa GG's program, won a Crichton Award while he was there. I was fortunate enough to play against him, but it was really tough because you knew the games were always going to be a shootout. A dynamic athlete, an all-Canadian type talent at the CFL level now as a receiver for the Red Blacks. 3 or 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons for Ottawa.
What a receiver he has become. There's O'Day. Seemed to have mishandled that handoff from Sawyer Bittner as he's driven back after a short gain on the play. Fred Robitaille making the tackle for Carleton. Sense of urgency on the Ravens sideline as the clock ticks to 0 in the 3rd quarter. The 4th quarter straight ahead when we come back to the 50th Panda game, and it's all Ottawa in 2018.
On the season premiere of Speechless.
What's the plan? The DeMays are going to London.
Take a trip across the pond.
Mother England, I am home!
But will this father-daughter reunion
Where did you get that dreadful American accent?
What accent? I don't have an accent.
become a royal pain?
That's enough Buckingham Palace for you.
I'm working on a plan to meet the Queen.
On the season premiere of Speechless, Friday at 8:30 on CHCH. Stream live on chch.com.
We live out here, like the creatures in the earth, bearing the soul of VQA Wines of Ontario. This life is uncharted, so we push further, with secrets to uncover. New views, new tastes, no apologies. This is our calling. Seek it, hunt it. VQA Wines of Ontario. Tastes untamed.
It felt like the city was closing in. It would take a miracle to make it out in time. But we weren't about to give in. because we were driven by something different. And the road we chose, it led us to freedom.
Make your getaway with intelligent all-wheel drive in the 2018 Nissan Qashqai.
The Panda Game on CHCH, brought to you by Milk to Go Sport, exclusive dairy partner, fuel to keep your body going. Wilson, the official football of the OUA, and IG Wealth Management. New look, same network of trusted professionals. This was the scene moments ago as head coach Steve Samara gathered his Carleton Ravens and lit into them. At the end of the third quarter, his team trailing 31-14. A game full of penalties, mistakes, and turnovers as the GGs start the fourth quarter, 2nd and 6. Screen pass is complete to Donald Shaw, and Shaw will have a huge Ottawa first down.
Unique design here from Jamie Barisi, the mad scientist. Literally the ball is snapped and all 5 offensive linemen don't even move. They let all the Carleton Ravens rush towards Bittner. They bid on it, set up the screen to Shaw. That is something that you do not see every day.
Bittner again, there's a flag, he's flushed, goes down, trips himself, is touched by Tevin Bowen, but there is a flag on either side of the field. Here are the third quarter stats, brought to you by IG Wealth Management. You know, the Ravens have more passing yards, slightly fewer rushing yards, more offense, but they have not
Offside,
much to show
Ottawa.
for it.
That penalty's declined. 2nd down.
Offside call against the GGs on that last play, but Bittner with 4 touchdown passes now in this football game. What a remarkable Panda Game debut.
That's what really stands out. They've been able to take advantage of some turnovers from Michael Arruda throwing the interceptions and the penalties too, and that fumble by Jana on the punt exchange.
Huge. 2nd down. Bittner avoids the sack. Now he's brought down, but there's another flag. That was Kenny Onyeka, who put his hands on the quarterback's helmet. This might be a huge penalty against Carleton.
That's likely what it's going to be. You can't hit the quarterback up around the helmet area like that. Bittner in the pocket, and Onyeka kind of comes out of nowhere.
Unnecessary roughness, roughing the passer. Carleton, 15 yards, first down.
Another huge penalty. Moves the yardsticks and gives Ottawa a first down at the Carleton 39.
Anytime you hit the quarterback around the helmet area, they're going to throw that flag in this day and age. Got to protect those guys, right?
You do have to protect them. And, you know, Onyeka was in the air as he went by Bittner, who stopped up and made the mistake of putting his hands on the quarterback's helmet. And now the GGs are moving again. First down at the Carleton 39-yard line. They'll hand it off. Up the gut goes O'Day. And he'll have a gain of about 6, maybe 7 yards on the play.
Ottawa gets that drive extended yet again. That's the 3rd time in the second half where a Carleton penalty on defense has kept a GG's drive going. See if they come up with some points.
2nd and 5 for Ottawa. O'Day with 20 carries for 117 yards. Now it's Bittner up the middle, calling his own number, and he'll have another Ottawa first down.
Quarterback draw, and we've talked about Bittner doing most of his damage from the pocket, but he can't get out when needed. We've seen him on the run a little bit. Off the quarterback draw, patient, lets his block set up, finds a little seam and a little hop, skip, and jump cut there for the first down.
He's a hard-nosed quarterback, has not shied away from the pressure that the Ravens have brought here today in a spectacular performance, and another first down at the 25. Bittner loading up for the end zone. He's got Matheson again. Touchdown, Ottawa! Carter Matheson holds on this time. The 5th touchdown pass of the game for Sawyer Bittner. Look at the GG fans.
Bittner on fire in the second half. Check him out dropping this ball in. Little J drop to the strong side of the field. Throw it back weak. The kids call that a dime, Mark.
That is a dime. And he beats the Raven corner, John Edward. Matheson. 2 touchdowns in this game. He had that short catch early in the first half. And now another one after dropping what looked like a third in the third quarter. Carter Matheson beats John Edward. And it's a rout. Ottawa leading Carleton 38-14.
We live out here, like the creatures in the earth, bearing the soul of VQA Wines of Ontario. This life is uncharted, so we push further, with secrets to uncover. New views, new tastes, no apologies. This is our calling. Seek it, hunt it. VQA Wines of Ontario. Tastes untamed.
We were made to move. No, wait. We were made to love the way we move. And we did. Until, well, we lost our way. But we can take back how we get there. We can love the journey and the discoveries we make. We can choose a better way. One that lets us all love the way.
Water is the lifeblood of the planet. If we don't have a new generation of engineers who are able to treat the water and keep it safe and think about the sustainability of water, we're a runaway reactor, we're a disaster just waiting to happen. It's water, it's air, it's soil, it's energy. We need environmental engineers to help save the planet.
It only happens twice a year. The Brick semi-annual 3-day sale. Get 55% off mattresses $7.99 or more. Plus, 57% off this Simmons Pocket Coil mattress, just $4.45. 63% off this Serta Perfect Sleeper mattress. Simmons Beauty Rest mattress with 5 gel layers, only $6.99. This high collection by Serta mattress, 61% off. And save over $1,800 on this Stearns & Foster mattress at the Brick and the Brick Mattress Store. Saving you more.
Has thrown 5 touchdown passes here today. Remarkable when you consider in the first 4 games he's played, he had a total of 4, was averaging about 150 yards passing, already at 236 here today. Jenna at his own 10-yard line with a burst of speed up the center, has a seam, and he's thrown down as he crosses the 40-yard line. And another flag on the play. What are the chances this is against Carleton?
Probably holding. They've gotten those calls on returns all day long, warranted or not.
And it is coming back. Penalty after penalty after penalty has killed the Ravens, and Steve Samara is about to lose his mind.
Holding. Carleton on a return. 10 yards. First down.
So back to their 15-yard line. 12:25 to go, and Ravens fans are already leaving the stadium.
It looks like Steve Samara is telling all the officials, "You, good job. You, good job."
Wow.
Good job. Not much else you can do.
Ravens have been their own worst enemy. Mike Arruda at his 10. Hands off to Carter. Carter nowhere to go. A short gain on the play as he is wrapped up by Francis Perron.
The GGs have really done an impressive job of stuffing Carter for most of the day, which has put Arruda in second and long situations, and then they pretty much know he's gonna pass, and they've pressured him a little bit, and he's turned it over as well.
And right now Arruda is not a threat to run either, so they've got him back in the pocket. 2nd down and 8 Carleton. Time running out to try to get back in this football game, and the play clock ticks to 0. Is this a time count?
Timeout.
Oh, a timeout
Carleton.
called in the nick of time by Steve Samara and the Ravens. The 111th Yates Cup presented by Milk to Go Sports coming your way on CHCH live at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on November the 10th. Be sure to join us for that. It's always a terrific contest. And come back here to TD Place Stadium in the 50th Panda game. It's all Ottawa. They have turned over a new leaf in terms of penalties. They've played a clean football game after averaging 137 yards in penalties a game coming into this one. The Ravens, on the other hand, have been penalized time and time again. It has cost them drives. It has aided Ottawa drives. And now they're backed up. 2nd and 8 at the 17. Arruda goes to the flats. Complete to Soares. He gets some blocks. Runs right into Cody Cranston and will have a first down as the field corner throws the Raven unceremoniously to the turf.
The Ravens trying to find some sort of consistency and rhythm on offense. Arruda throwing the receiver screen to Soares, who doesn't throw it this time. Did that on the first play of the game to Walker for a long touchdown. Puts his shoulder down and fighting for the first down.
Arruda goes to the flats on the wide side this time, complete to Soares. More blocks upfield, very close to another first down. So left and right, Carleton playing the wide game. Quinton Soares makes another catch. He's thrown for one and caught one here today. The only 2 touchdowns for Carleton.
That's right. And the Ravens in the hurry up. They know they got to go and score in a hurry.
Into the flats to Carter. Carter being hunted down from behind. Gets away. Gets a good block from Dominic Walker. Then he's brought down by Alex Douglas and Jade Lattimore, who chased him 30 yards.
There's still lots of time left. We're over 10 minutes to go in the 4th. About 10:30, and you get one score, that momentum on your side. Lots of game to go here.
I mean, it's a distant chance for Carleton, but they have been a team that never gives up this year. They've won a lot of games, 2 in overtime already this year.
That's right, as Carter tiptoes down the sideline with some nifty footwork, and we have a GG's player injured. Sure, Carleton not happy about that. Just when they're finding a rhythm in the hurry up, gets halted.
Let's check our Centre out-of-town scoreboard, and it is a final. Your Guelph Griffins have upset the Laurier Golden Hawks 23-24. Laurier suffering its 3rd consecutive loss, and that might make their playoff hopes in peril.
That's a shocker.
How about Western coming back? Now they've got the lead by a field goal in a close one with Queens. Queens leading earlier in the game.
The rivalry games, just like we have here with the Panda, you never know what can happen. And that Guelph-Laurier rivalry is strong, and of course, Western and Queens as well.
So Francis Perron makes his way off the field slowly after taking a knee. As you mentioned, Justin, it interrupts the pace and flow of this Ravens offense, moving the ball now into Ottawa territory. First down at the Ottawa 49. Arruda hands off, and he is hammered. Nowhere to go as Zach Placini makes the tackle for the GGs. A loss of 2.
Exactly what Ottawa's been doing all day, stuffing the run and putting Carleton in 2nd and long situation. You know Arruda's going to throw here, so you can put some extra defenders in coverage, or you can crank up the pressure on Arruda. Let's see what they dial up.
So 2nd and 12 for Mike Arruda and the Raven offense. GG showed blitz, then backed off. Arruda in the pocket, downfield, open. Iloki's got it. Still on his feet, breaks a tackle, tries to get outside. Here comes some more blocks. And Iloki steps out of bounds, and there's another flag on the play. And this may be against Carleton again, as the GGs are pointing at Kalik Johnson.
You can see down the middle of the field, Iloki breaking open, just clears the linebackers, and Arruda drops it in there before Grease gets there to lay a hit on Iloki, who's trying to turn that into a big play. Flag at the end. What is it? Could be a critical call.
It's against Carleton.
Block below the waist. Carleton, after yards are gained.
Block below
10
the
yards,
waist.
first
It
down.
was Kalik Johnson who went below the knees, trying to come to the aid of his teammate. And so Steve Samara continues to smolder on the Carleton sideline as penalties continue to mount for the Ravens.
They still get a decent chunk of that play, though, on the move.
Here comes the blitz. Ball is knocked down, and a flag on the play as Baranek got his meat hooks up in front of that. Cody Baranek with the knockdown. I believe his second of the football game.
That's right. He had that other tip that led to the interception.
Penalty is against Ottawa.
Unnecessary roughness on the passer. Ottawa, 15 yards, first down.
So the Ravens' drive is aided by the roughing the quarterback penalty against the GGs. Carleton in the red zone on the 19 of Ottawa. Mike Arruda in the pocket, wide open. Dominic Walker cuts inside, gets close to the 10-yard line. He'll be about a yard short of the first down. Walker has been a sure-handed target here today for Arruda.
Certainly has. Sits down in the zone coverage. They had a corner going over top with Oloki, but lots of room underneath for Walker, who, as you said, Mark, has been the key receiver for Carleton today.
2nd and 1 at the 10. Arruda will throw into the end zone, a corner route, and it's incomplete and too far for Quentin Soares. 3 GG defenders, though, sniffing that one out.
That's because Walker was open underneath. Again, they run a high-low combination with the corner route over the top and Walker on an in-breaking route underneath, and that throw could have been pitch and catch to Walker potentially for a touchdown. So a missed read there from Arruda.
Walker with 5 catches for 125 yards and a touchdown here today for the Ravens. 3rd and 1 from the 10. Arruda up under the center. He's stuffed. He'll push himself hard and get some assistance and have that first down. But he was met right at the line.
Nathan Carter's watched what Dawson O'Day has done all day when Sawyer Bittner's run the quarterback sneak. Helps his quarterback out there, pushing him forward, surging for the first down.
1st and goal, Ravens. 8 minutes to go and counting here in the 4th quarter.
Time of the essence here. Need to hurry up if you're Carleton.
Got to get it in the end zone, get the ball back. Down 38-14. Arruda, high snap, hands off to Carter, up the middle, touchdown, Carleton. Nathan Carter storms the end zone for the Ravens. Now do you go for 2?
The game's been played straight up. It's not a weird score. I think I'd kick the extra point. Keep rolling along. Defense needs to come up big. You got to start playing some complementary football, but it does look like they're staying on the field.
Ravens are going to go for 2. Down by 18. That would make it a 3-score game.
2-score.
2-score, sorry. So Arruda stands in the shotgun. Throwing it to the corner. There's interference. There's no flag. And it's incomplete. Kalik Johnson looked like he was pushed.
He's working against Jamie Harry, the elite cover man. Actually looked like Spooner on the coverage there, knocking it down.
So the 2-point convert fails. Arruda handing off to Carter for the touchdown. Ravens trail by 18 with 7:43 to play.
Jessica's new book is out.
Are we rich? Can we get a pet puma?
And Louis dreams big.
What do you say? Longs across America?
Is that my driver's license photo?
The season premiere of Fresh Off the Boat, Friday at 8. It only happens twice a year. The Brick's huge semi-annual 3-day sale. Get this Amana 18 cubic foot fridge, just $645. Queen bed, only $399 when you buy the matching dresser, mirror, and nightstand. This weekend only. The Brick, saving you more.
You're looking at an exodus of Ravens fans here at TD Place Stadium with 7:43 to go. They've given up. Their team down by 18. A reminder, the Quest for the Cup Campus Tour, fueled by Pioneer Energy, travels the province attending major OUA events and championships. The football portion of the tour will conclude Saturday, November 10th with the playing of the 111th Yates Cup. Mike Domagala kicking it off to Caleb Beaver, who's got it at his own 10, slips out of bounds in front of John Edward for a short return. So the Ravens have got the field position they want. They've got the GGs back in their own end. GGs have started a lot of their drives at or around or across midfield today.
Because of the turnovers and penalties has contributed to that. So an opportunity here for the Ravens defense that has had to fight an uphill battle because of those mistakes that they've made on special teams and offense. To get a 2-and-out, you have to put the football back in Mike Aruta's hands as quickly as possible.
Sawyer Bittner with 5 touchdown passes in this game. Play action, rolls. He's got all kinds of time, throws in the flats. It's complete to Beaver, and he's thrown out of bounds after a gain of 5, maybe 6 yards on the play. So Bittner getting away from the Carleton pressure, getting lots of time, and he finds Beaver for a gain of about 5.5.
I like the play call coming out there on first down and 10. Normally they've been giving it to Dawson O'Day, and you get Bittner out on the bootleg off play action, take the pressure off of him a little bit. Nice completion on first down.
2nd and 4.5, Ottawa. Bittner looking to the wide side. It's complete. Zach Heine makes the catch. The first-year environmental science student, but he is held short of the first down marker by 2 yards, and so the Ravens get a 2-and-out.
Crucial stop there for Carleton. Rallying to the football, getting Heine to the turf. Extending the game. That's complimentary football. Now the Ravens are going to get the ball back in plus field position, and when Jana hasn't made a mistake in judgment as he did on the one exchange on punt, he's done a nice job in the return game.
Punt goes out of bounds, and Loic Legendre, there was some light contact. He threw himself to the ground, the punter did, looking for a penalty. The official right there said no. So the Ravens with excellent field position on the Ottawa side of center at the 53 to start this drive. Censure out of town scoreboard finals now. It is Western coming back to beat Queens 26-23 to remain unbeaten at 5-0. Aruda hands off to Nathan Carter, up the gut. Carter pushing the pile. Wow, he made maybe 7 yards on what looked like he was going to be held to 3 or 4.
Didn't look like much was available, but when you get those shoulder pads low and working for you with the offensive line surging, create more yardage as they hurry up and get back on the ball quickly.
And the Ravens in the hurry up. 2nd and 3, handing off. Carter high stepping. He'll have a first down across the Ottawa 40, as he is wrapped up on the play by Michael Pizzuto.
You can still run the rock here as long as you're over the ball quickly, which Carleton is.
Ravens first down at the 39 of the GGs. Arruda pressure, throwing the ball up deep. A miscommunication there as it hits the turf. It looked like Manchelenko broke off his route. He was the intended receiver.
So did Johnson on the short side of the field. It seemed like Arruda potentially went to his hot read against what he felt like was going to be a blitz, throwing up into the middle of the field, as we've seen for a touchdown and an interception today for Arruda.
2nd and 10 for the Ravens. 3 receivers to the boundary. That's where Arruda is looking. Fires the ball. It's complete. Dominic Walker makes the catch. He's short of the first down. There are flags back around the quarterback, and it looks like a holding call against Carleton.
Yeah, Arruda really wanted to force this ball into Walker because Aloki was breaking open across the middle, sticks it in there, somehow gets it by Harry in tight coverage, and Walker makes a difficult catch in traffic.
Walker's 6th catch of the football game. Is this a hold?
Holding, Carleton, 10-yard penalty, illegal contact, ineligible receiver, Ottawa, that's a 10-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
Okay, so the penalties cancel each other out. 5:22 to go here in regulation time in a 3-score game for the Ravens. Steve Somera has been fit to be tied here today with the penalties and mistakes his team has committed. 2nd and 10 for Carleton. Here comes the GG blitz. They hand off to Carter. Carter breaks the tackle. He's into open field. Carter still on his feet and finally brought down across the 10. What a call against the blitz.
Great design, almost led to a break-free touchdown, but Carter gets out of some traffic. A big run as Carleton over the ball quickly, and it was designed to go to the perfect gap. He makes the free defender miss and is off to the races.
There's the blitz again. Arruda gets away. He's got some room to run. Arruda knocked out of bounds. Mike Arruda scrambling upfield. On 1st and goal from the 9, he'll have a gain of about 6, and he took a big shot.
Diving for that pylon, wasn't he? Look out, 2 GG's defenders knock him out, but you gotta love the effort from the quarterback going all out.
And it's Rashad Spooner, the injured GG. This is the 2nd time in a Carleton hurry-up situation where a GG defender has gone down.
Sometimes defenses like to do that to halt the offense. A little gamesmanship potentially at play.
Spooner having a sip of water as he's attended to by the GG's athletic training staff.
Those cramps seem to pop up at the most opportune times. But Arruda leading this comeback attempt.
Quest for the Cup campus tour, fueled by Pioneer Energy, travels the province attending major OUA events and championships. The football portion of the tour will conclude Saturday, November 10th with the playing of the 111th Yates Cup. What a day it's been here today. Laurier going down to his 3rd consecutive defeat, losing to Guelph, and Western scrambling to come from behind to beat Queens. And now Carleton with a 4-game Panda win streak on the line, down by 18 and threatening here late in the 4th quarter. Arruda handing off. Carter bouncing outside, breaks 1 tackle, gets to the end zone, touchdown. Jamie Harry tried to hold him up, but he couldn't deny Nathan Carter the end zone. And the fans that are left here at TD Place for Carleton are on their feet.
All the Carleton fans that were streaming out of the stadium might want to come back because their team is on a roll right now, largely in part due to Nathan Carter, who broke free on that 2nd and 10 draw play and then puts the shoulder down to bulldoze his way into the end zone.
Back-to-back Carter touchdowns for Carleton on successive drives, and now they'll try to go for 2 again. And oh no, there's a mistake as Manchelenko is well offside. Flags fly. Carter with 4 carries for 70 yards in this game.
I didn't mean it. better than me.
Another look as he goes toe-to-toe with Jamie Harry, drives his way, breaks the plane, getting some help on the play from Darius McKay, the center. Nathan Carter, 18 carries for 114 yards officially, his longest 30, and 2 touchdowns here late in the game.
Carleton, 5 yards will be applied on the kickoff. Retry the convert.
That long carry of 30 yards came on that critical 2nd and 10 situation on the draw play where he made the defender miss backfield, much like he did on the touchdown run.
Huge. I mean, that would have stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. So the Ravens will go for the convert after the penalty when they were lined up for the 2-pointer.
You sort of wonder why the change in thinking there, because if you get the 2-point conversion, you're down 10, obviously touchdown field goal. You kick the 1, now it's touchdown field goal Rouge?
Or 2-point convert touchdown and field goal.
Potentially.
It looks like they're going to have to try a 2-point convert at some point.
Unless they score 2 touchdowns. So we'll see lots of time left. As we said, 4:26 on the clock. Again, defense needs to come up big for Carleton. Last time they forced a 2 and out, the offense continued to roll. We've got a ball game on our hands.
We do have a ball game. 4:26 left to go. Lots of time. Can the Ravens end this penalty spree and get back in this football game? As Mike Domagala will tee it up at the 40 after that offside penalty applied to the kickoff.
Last time the GGs lined up as if it was going to be an onside kick. They back to normal return now.
Big kick into the sun. It's Caleb Beaver at his 1-yard line. Beaver up to the near sideline, and he is caught and pushed out of bounds. First man downfield for Carleton, Justin Veltri.
Veltri doing a good job of forcing the dangerous Beaver out on the sidelines. And once again, this Ottawa offense going to start in poor field position.
GGs break the huddle, first down at their own 20. Sawyer Bittner has been the star of the game for them. Can he dig them out of bad field position? It's a play action, and Bittner calls his own number, and he is quickly swarmed by the Ravens. Not that fleet of foot as he tried to get around the end. He'll have a gain on the play of about 5 yards.
It's the first time all day we've seen Sawyer Bittner keep it on the zone read, where the quarterback has the option to pull it. Sets up a 2nd and 5 situation.
He still looks like he's in some pain. You see him doubling over quite often, working that throwing arm, which took a big shot in the first half and had him down on the field. So big 2nd and 5. Raven defense needs to stop them here. Wide shot. It's complete to O'Day, and a big tackle there by McWhirter to deny the GGs the first down. They'll be 2 yards short, and they're sending their punt team out.
Harrison Tallyho on the reception there. Ran his route about a yard past the stick, but the throw from Bittner brought him back in front of it, and a sure tackle there coming downhill. Number 24, McWhirter.
Yeah, Tallyho indeed.
Stopped.
Yes, Tallyho indeed. The son of Rob Tallyho, a former great GG. And so once again, the Frenchman, Loic Legendre from Nevers, France, stands at his own 13. Shanks the punt off the side of his foot. It bounces center field. Jenna drops the ball, fumbles it, and falls on it. And the Ravens hold on for possession. It has been an experience. He turned the ball over in the 3rd quarter. It led to a GG's touchdown, but the Ravens hold on. Can they come back? 2:45 to go in regulation, and Carleton down by 11.
Okay, here we go, guys. Ready? Cinturones, por favor. Gracias.
Opportunity is everywhere.
This could be fun.
It's a door.
It's doing a lot of kicking down there.
Waiting to be opened. Whatever your ambition, whatever your drive, whatever you're chasing, opportunity is everywhere. All you have to do to find it is get out. Here. It felt like the city was closing in. It would take a miracle to make it out in time. But we weren't about to give in. Because we were driven by something different. And the road we chose, it led us to freedom.
Make your getaway with intelligent all-wheel drive in the 2018 Nissan Qashqai.
The Panda Game on CHCH, brought to you by Milk to Go Sport, exclusive dairy partner, fuel to keep your body going. Wilson, the official football of the OUA, and IG Wealth Management. New look, same network of trusted professionals. The play of the game brought to you by IG Wealth Management. This bomb to Caleb Beaver from Sawyer Bittner, one of 2 touchdown catches by Beaver. And he has staked his team to this lead, which has dwindled to 11 now as the Ravens go back on offense. Gigi's showing blitz. Aruda trying to get a read. Here they come. He throws the ball across the middle. It's incomplete. In and out of the hands of Chad Manchelenko. I don't think he saw that ball until the last minute.
Seemed like it caught him. As you said, at the last second, he picked it up. Manchelenko looked like he was about to break free on that slant route. Aruda sure saw the open space.
Mike Aruda is only about 5'8", 5'9" himself, and behind that big line, sometimes receivers don't see the ball coming out of the traffic. 2nd and 10. Flat pass is complete to Carter. Carter heads upfield. He'll be well shy of the first down, a gain of maybe 4 or 5. Well, will this be another dramatic finish to the Panda game? 3 of the last 5 have ended with great moments. The Hail Mary, of course, in 2014, 2015 and 2017, the OT victories for Carleton. They're just trying to get back in this game. On a 3rd down and 6, it's Torres upfield. Oh, so close to the first down. We'll have to see where they spot it. I don't think he got it. The official looks like he's spotting it shy of the 50.
Doesn't quite need the whole 50-yard line for the first down, but they're not even going to measure. Short of the first down to gain. The GGs turn it over on downs. Literally, it looked like they're inches. Go to the receiver screen that has worked for them today, even throwing it out to Carter on the screen as well. Soares puts his shoulder down. Doesn't quite come up with enough.
Shy by what, the length of the football? Very close,
even, yeah.
If that. So the Ravens turn the ball over on downs with 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the football game. Bittner 14 of 25 so far in this game for 243 yards and 5 touchdowns. They stay on the ground. It's O'Day twisting and turning after initial contact. He'll have a gain of 3, maybe 4 yards on the play. I mean, Bittner's numbers aren't spectacular in terms of his average and his yardage, but the 5 touchdowns, he has nailed it in the second half, finding his receivers behind the Carleton secondary.
He really has. Came out hot in that 3rd quarter and staked Ottawa to a huge lead. Made those completions count when he's hit on them.
2nd and 6 for the GGs. Bittner trying to use up the clock. Gets the snap, hands it off to O'Day, breaks tackles, and then he's mowed down by Jack Kazar, the Raven middle linebacker. So the GGs will be forced to punt, but that turnover on downs, missing that first down by the length of a football, could be the nail in the Ravens' coffin.
It's going to cost Carleton some clock time here. The GGs are going to punt, but time working against the Ravens.
Carleton.
Steve Samara desperately trying to get his team back into this game, try to force overtime. But the penalties and the turnovers have haunted the Raven head coach. Legendre standing at his own 40 to punt for the GGs. Jenna, the lone man back. It's nearly punted. Nearly blocked, rather. Ball is picked up, a flag on the play.
Smart play by Thelwell to pick it up, drawing the no yards penalty. Improve the field position for Carleton. 1:34 on the clock. Got to get moving, Mike Arruda.
Deshaun Thelwell picking up that low punt. The no yards call. Looks like it'll be
no yards, Ottawa, 5 yards.
5 yards indeed. So 1:34 to go here in regulation time for Mike Arruda and the Ravens, trying to dig themselves out of a huge hole, trailing by 11. GG's with players running on the field at the last moment on defense. Arruda goes to the flats again. It's complete to Aloki. Aloki breaks one tackle, and he's brought down for a gain of about 6 on the play. But the Ottawa defense had 2 players running on as the Ravens were about to snap the ball.
Looked like it was Soares on the receiver screen. Loki blocking. But yeah, late substitution package for Ottawa. That's likely what the 2 flags are
Too many
on
men.
the turf
Ottawa,
for.
Too many
10
men.
yards, first down.
Break for the Ravens.
Carleton will take the free 10 yards and march forward. They got to get this play call in, though, and be on the line of scrimmage ready to go when it's blown in. You cannot waste any seconds.
First down, Carleton at their own 48. GG's with 2 defenders deep in the prevent. The handoff is to Nathan Carter. Carter gets a block, heads outside, got to get out of bounds, and he does with a straight arm on Jamie Harry, and a first down for Carleton. 1:19 to go.
Ravens still scrapping and clawing in this game. They just got to score quickly. Carter alertly gets out of bounds, stops the clock, and allows Carleton to huddle.
Ravens first down at the Ottawa 50. Time running out. Arruda back to pass, flushed, gets away, has some time. Now he throws downfield and out of bounds. He intended for Kalik Johnson, but he just threw it away as Johnson was covered. A smart move by Arruda instead of a riskier one. 1:12 left in the game. These 2 running backs both have had great days, with Dawson O'Day 120 yards and 22 carries, and Nathan Carter 154 yards on 19 carries and 2 fourth quarter touchdowns.
Carter done a lot of his damage in the final frame here, trying to get Carleton back in the game. You really got to credit him for turning it on when his team needed a spark. But will it be enough here?
Where was this Raven offense in the first 3 quarters?
It's a great question. It seems like Ottawa did a nice job, especially in the first half, of stacking up Carter in the backfield. There weren't many lanes available, but as the game has worn on, they've been there, and Carter a big reason why Carleton has gotten themselves back into this ballgame.
2nd and 10 Ravens. They got to score quickly if they have any hope of coming back. Arruda now throwing a deep ball for Johnson, comes back for it. What a catch! Oh, they're going to say he was out of bounds. Kalik Johnson in the air and then driven out of bounds after he makes the catch. I'd like to see that again.
Khalil Johnson showing off the hops, going up and getting the football, man, and that's a vulnerable position to be in, but credit him with the toughness to go up and get that Aruda throw. He had a foot down in bounds, takes that stick from Jamie Harry, just can't reel the ball into his body.
Right. 3rd and 10. This is the game for Carleton. Aruda throwing it deep downfield again for Johnson. It's intercepted. Jamie Harry has it for Ottawa to seal the Ravens' fate, and the celebration is on the GG sideline.
It's dangerous throwing to Jamie Harry. Lockdown cover man comes up with his 2nd interception on the day. Critical.
4th interception thrown by Mike Aruda here today.
Aruda knew he at least had to give somebody a chance to go up and get it. And why not go back to Johnson, who's actually taken out on the play there? Maybe should have been a pass interference call as he's thrown to the turf. But Harry comes down with his 2nd pick, and that'll seal it for Ottawa.
Bittner handing off as the GGs stay on the ground. Dawson O'Day carries the mail to the 40. What a game for this GG's defense. Intercepting Mike Aruda 4 times. And this man, Steve Samara, accepting his team's fate now and what has to be a frustrating afternoon for him. The penalties and the turnovers really hurting the Ravens. Sawyer Bittner, what a day in his Panda debut. As O'Day twists and turns up the field through a beaten Ravens defense for a 1st down.
You mentioned the mistakes from Carleton, Mark. 17 penalties, 155 yards, and then all the turnovers as we see O'Day put a capper on this one. Victory formation coming up here for the Ottawa GGs.
The GGs euphoric on their sideline as Sawyer Bittner watches the final seconds drain off the clock. He'll take a knee. What a debut in the Panda game for Bittner out of junior football in Saskatchewan in just his 3rd OUA start. And the team is already on the field as the clock ticks to 0 and the fans celebrate. The Ottawa GGs have snapped the Ravens streak at 4 and claim Panda 5-0 with a 38-27 victory here this afternoon. And the fans storm the field to celebrate with their football heroes.
What an unbelievable scene, Mark. Really nothing like it across the country in Canadian university football.
The Ravens got themselves in a hole early in the 2nd half. And now, Wisconsin, they accept their defeat here today. 31 points unanswered by the GGs in this football game that staked the lead the Ravens could not come back from.
That was really the point in the ball game where Ottawa took over. Sawyer Bittner got hurt and got hot in the 2nd and 3rd quarters and put up an insurmountable lead.
Bittner with 5 touchdown passes in his Panda debut, 1 interception. Mike Aruda 1 touchdown pass and 4 interceptions. The Ravens with 155 yards and penalties. You're not going to win a football game playing like that. Kalen Beaver, 2 touchdown catches in the midst of that throng as they celebrate in Ottawa.
This week on the CHCH Sunday Blockbuster.
Seen units like yours. They're outlaws.
If you have a problem,
Units like that pose a direct threat.
If no one else can help,
Fire everything!
you call the A-Team. Sunday at 8:30 on CHCH.
Sure Health from Green Shield Canada, Canada's only national not-for-profit health benefits specialist. Does your employer not provide health benefits? Are you self-employed, freelance, retired, or retiring soon? If so, visit surehealth.ca or call now and protect yourself from the increasing costs of medical expenses not covered by your government health insurance plan, like prescription drugs, dental care, vision care, physiotherapists, chiropractors, home care, and much more. Why is it so important? Because if you don't have enough health coverage, even routine expenses like prescription drugs, dental care, or vision care can be costly.
And if you or a family member has a serious accident or illness, as thousands of Canadians do every year,
the costs could be devastating. Don't wait until it's too late. Visit surehealth.ca or call now and protect yourself from costs not covered by your government health insurance plan. All Sure Health plans offer lifetime protection that won't be canceled regardless of your age or health, as long as premiums are paid. Sure Health plans are affordable and include our Change for Life rewards program. And our streamlined application process makes getting Sure Health quick and easy. Some Sure Health plans require a few medical questions, but for most plans, your acceptance is guaranteed, with no health exam and no medical questions when you apply. If your employer does not offer health benefits, you're self-employed, freelance, or retiring, visit surehealth.ca or call us to protect yourself and your family from healthcare costs not covered by your government health insurance plan, including prescription drugs, dental care, vision care, physiotherapists, chiropractors, home care, and much more. And if you're retiring soon, don't worry. We have a Sure Health plan just for you, regardless of who you had your employee benefits with. Don't wait until it's too late. Call 1-844-239-7873 or visit us at surehealth.ca for your free, no-obligation Sure Health brochure.
It's the Brick Semi-Annual 3-Day Sale. Get 55% off mattresses $7.99 or more. Plus, Springwall Eurotop mattress $4.92. The Simmons Pocket Coil mattress $4.45. And 63% off the Assertive Perfect Sleeper mattress. A Brick, saving you more.
Back in Ottawa, a reminder, the Quest for the Cup campus tour, fueled by Pioneer Energy, travels the province, attending major OUA events and championships. The football portion of the tour will conclude on Saturday, November 10th, with the playing of the 111th Yates Cup. The Ottawa GGs, there's Caleb Beaver, had 2 big touchdown catches in this game, celebrating with their fans. The field stormed by GG faithful after a 38-24 victory over the Carleton Ravens, snapping the Ravens' Panda win streak at 4. Numbers can be deceiving, Justin Dunk. Look at the yardage in terms of Carleton and Ottawa in offense.
But some of those numbers don't lie in terms of the turnovers and penalty yards. 5 turnovers, 155 penalty yards. That's a recipe for a loss, which is exactly what Carleton had today. And Sawyer Butner took advantage of some of those mistakes with the 5 touchdown passes coming up huge in his first Panda game start.
Yeah, the Panda rookie Bittner got punched in the mouth from that Raven defense, but he never backed down in his Panda debut. Found Carter Matheson in the end zone early in the game. They came after him. He took some hellacious shots, but 5 touchdown passes. He is the Panda game MVP, no question about it. Finding Caleb Beaver for 37 and 40-yard touchdown march. Plays like that sealed the Ravens' fate. And the GGs are champions of the 50th Panda game here in Ottawa. For our producer, Michael A. Charbon, and director, Jeff Mather, and our entire Tri-Light CHCH crew, on behalf of Justin Dunk, I'm Mark Lee saying thanks for watching and so long from Panda 5-0 in Ottawa.